Let's go. All right, we're here, guys. We're out here. We're here. Special pop up on a Sunday, still morning for me. Saturday night for you
That's
guys in
Saturday night for
America.
me.
Yeah, what time is it there?
Looks like it's 7:24.
Okay, it's 11:54 in the morning here. We're about to go to midday. But yeah, we are here with the one, the only Bryant Collectables. If you don't follow him on Instagram, change your life. Do it. Make your life better.
And if you don't follow me, that's great. I'm not interested. Just kidding, dude. I wanted a backstage when we were talking, but dude, I finally bought a Count Dooku master replicas, dude. Yeah,
Have you
Brody.
got it yet or no?
No. It comes September 5th.
Nice.
Dude, I'm excited. I was like, I showed a buddy of mine. I was like, I was never like a how do I say? I never really liked it when it came out because of the whole curve thing. But
Yeah,
as I got older, I learned to appreciate it more. I was like, this
yeah.
is unique, you know. I was like,
Beautiful saber,
it's
yeah.
meant for Christopher Lee. It's meant for him.
Yeah.
It's meant, the guy with the golden gun. I was like, oh, bro, I cannot wait for this saber to come because
Yeah.
now I get to put my master replicas, Anakin, Obi-Wan, and then Count Dooku in the middle.
So is that Attack of the Clones? I mean, obviously the sabers don't change, but is
Yeah,
that like an Attack of the Clones plaque and
yeah.
all that? Yeah, sick.
You know what? You know what? Now that you mentioned that, they didn't make one for episode 3.
Oh, okay.
They made one, and that was it. I think that it was for episode 2.
So with Obi-Wan's, did they do one for episode 1 and episode 2?
Yeah, but the episode 1 is elite. I
Okay.
know. I mean, if you know what people that collect it, but like, well, it's fucking, it's a lightsaber. No, I mean, it was made and crafted differently and
Okay.
more with higher,
Yeah.
material,
Yeah.
and it was really limited. And
Yeah.
yeah, they made one for episode 1 and
hmm
then episode 2. But I think episode 2 and episode 1 is basically the same thing, man.
Yeah, well they are. They just like obviously they're
I think the
different
only thing that's
sabers,
different
but
is
they're
it's
the
it's
same.
uh it's like the little crystal, and then like the bottom part of it.
Okay.
There's like a little bit of like holes in the. I don't know
Okay.
how to put. Yeah, that's
Because yeah,
it.
no, I've done heaps of research because I've always want to know. Like, obviously, he lost the saber in episode 1. I've tried to do like, is it different?
Right.
And everything I've found is just like it's literally the same construction. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay,
So that I mean, I'm in no rush, no hurry, no. It's not even in my mind to get a Master Replicas episode 1.
yeah,
Because to me, it's like I have episode 2, so almost like, why would I get episode 1? It's literally the
yeah.
same thing.
Just be a different plaque in that, wouldn't it?
But here's the thing, and this is where my collector mentality is killing me.
Yeah.
I have Darth Maul. I
Oh,
have Darth Maul battle damage.
yeah.
I have a Qui-Gon coming.
I
I
know.
was like,
Yes. Yeah.
fuck. I was like, do I have to get Obi-Wan's now? Because now if I get Obi-Wan's from episode 2 and bring it up, then I take away it from Anakin's and Dooku's.
Mm.
I was like, oh. But
I know if it was me, I'd be in the same predicament as you. I know I'd probably just end up getting episode 1 and episode 2 for like the different displays.
right, but I'm like, fuck. You know what though? I'm just gonna, depending how I feel on the day, I'm like, I'll put it on the episode. So this is how I have it planned out. Once the
Yeah.
shed is done, right? I'm gonna have like, it's gonna be a big wall. So
Yeah.
once the far left, episode 1, Master Replicas. In the middle, episode 2. Far right, episode 3.
That's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, bro.
That's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, I have some. Dude, I cannot wait. I guess it's taken me a bit more time because of like work related
Yeah,
things, but
dude. You've been a
dude,
busy man.
it's I think who I forgot I told somebody, but once it's all said and done, dude, I'm gonna take like 2 months and just hang out, bro. I'll
That's
probably even
cool.
start streaming, making I don't know.
Do it,
A lot of
dude.
people have been telling me to make a channel. I was like, oh god,
Dude,
I
you
was
would
like,
have some insane stories. Obviously, you can't say all of them, but like, dude, people love to hear what you have to say.
yeah. I mean, trust me, you're not the only one, bro. Like, a few people. I'm telling you, I was texting to my buddy yesterday. It's like, dude, you should do it. You should,
Yeah.
get a channel, start it up, see where it goes. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know, because I told him straight up. I was like, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Like, I regardless if I work for the studios or if I work on a show,
Yeah.
I talk shit about Disney all the time.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'll
Yeah.
probably get canceled on my first stream,
Yeah.
and I
But
don't do
yeah.
it like I don't collect license prop replicas because of Disney. No, dude, I
Yeah.
collect them because of like the nostalgia of it.
Mm. Yeah.
Because they're old, because they were stuff that I couldn't afford. It was just
Yeah.
things that my dad couldn't afford, you know.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
it's like, to me, if it was a Black Series back in 2002, which wasn't even brought up,
Yeah.
or if it was a Master Replicas, or if it was a EFX, or if it was
Yeah.
any company that made them, I probably would have bought them because of that.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
because they're Master Replicas and because they're like really like crafted well, it's like
Mm.
that's my attachment to it.
Yeah. No, they are beautiful sabers because they do what are they, the 0.45 scale things as well, don't
Oh
they?
yeah,
Yeah.
dude, not on this bag, not the bag that I show you
Yeah.
on the stage, but my backpack for work, I actually have a .5 scale as my zipper.
That's so cool.
Yeah, dude. And people say, "Oh shit, where'd you get that?" I was like, "Dude, I've been having it. It's all banged up and beat up. It's
Yeah,
Luke's from
yeah,
episode 6.
yeah,
So it's all like the pieces of the saber is missing. It's all chipped because I throw
yeah,
my backpack, I pick it up. But I
yeah,
mean, dude, whatever. I was just thinking earlier with like talking to my coworker. I was like, "Dude, we used to have it good back then, man.
yeah.
We used to have it good." And we are just talking about like the cereal, the lightsaber spoons.
Oh,
I don't know.
dude,
I
we
don't
had
know.
them here.
Yeah, you did. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
dude, I
I'm
collect
glad you
so
experienced that.
yeah, they came in cornflakes. I don't know if you remember from your time
Yeah,
out
we
here
had
in Australia.
cornflakes.
Yeah,
We had them in Apple Jacks. We had them in fucking Fruit Loops.
yeah, yeah.
We
So we
had
had them
them
in
in
cornflakes, and I remember I would get there was a way my mum could tell if it had the spoon or not. And
yeah.
so every time we went to the shops, she would fill the box if it had the spoon or not. And so yeah, I always
I
got
don't
the spoon.
I don't know if you guys had this in Australia, but here, yeah, if I
Mm,
remember, I'm gonna look it up and send it to you.
yeah.
I don't know if I'm tripping out, but I remember they even had miniature lightsabers, and I think they were Dooku lightsabers.
That doesn't ring a bell, I don't think I remember that.
I'm gonna
Yeah, send a
after the
photo.
stream, I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna look it up
it
and
might jog
send it
my
to you because
memory.
I
Yeah,
know for a fact I remember that. I remember
yeah.
I think I even posted like the little puzzles that used to come in the chips.
Yes,
Remember
yeah, I saw
those?
those. I don't we didn't have those. Yeah, because you were posting photos and I was like, "These look cool." But no, we didn't have those.
I posted it on TikTok and so many people commented. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
I remember this. I remember this. I was like, oh shit. So people actually remember like these
yeah.
things because it kind of impacted them in some way, you know. Like,
Yeah, dude. Like, that's,
and
like,
then
pure nostalgia right there.
it's awesome, bro, because it made you feel. And I'm glad it was with Star Wars. It
Mm.
could have been with any. They did the exact same promotion. They did the exact same marketing for Spider-Man, Spider-Man
Yeah,
1, Spider-Man 2, and
yeah,
Spider-Man 3.
yeah,
I love those movies, but I just didn't have an attachment to where I wanted to collect them because
yeah.
same thing for the cereal. Remember for cornflakes, we had a lightsaber spoon, right?
Mm, yeah.
For Spider-Man, we had this little thing that you would put here, and it was like a little water pump.
I had the yeah, I remember
Yeah,
because I had the little, they were like
the
little
glove.
canisters.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with
like
the
little
glove, big
canisters and
ass
you go
fucking. That shit.
yeah.
That shit look like hairspray.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
bro.
Go
Yeah,
out in the
yeah.
backyard, use yeah, that was exactly what I was doing. Because yeah, when they were coming out, I was like, because 'cause I'm a 2000s kid, I was
Yeah.
like, 4, 5, 6. So yeah.
It was funny because I was thinking about it this morning because I was watching episode 2, right?
Yes.
Again because of the Count Dooku lightsaber. But I
Yeah,
was thinking, dude, I'm so glad I got to go to the theaters to watch episode 1, 2, and 3.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck, like I'm so happy that the Star Wars I grew up with is the Star Wars that I got to see all three of them in theaters. You know,
I
like I
know.
know for a lot of guys that grew up back when the original trilogy came out,
Yeah,
they only got to see Return of the Jedi back in the day. Or there's
yeah,
some people that got to see all of them.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, bro. I was just thinking. I was like, God damn, man. I was like, why can't we just go back to those times?
Oh, dude. Because that's the thing, like, I was 4. I was just off turning 5 when Revenge came out, so I didn't get to see any of them in cinemas. But
Wait, you were 4?
I was 4, yeah, because I was born in 2000, and it came out like a month before I turned 5.
Oh, dude.
So
Yeah.
yeah, but we in Australia last year for the Phantom Menace 20th anniversary, most of the cinemas in Australia did a full marathon. So on the Saturday, they did episode
Mhm.
4, 5, 6, and on the
Mhm.
Sunday 1, 2, 3. So I was parked up in the
Bro.
cinemas for like 8 hours each day watching. And dude, and then obviously we had the 20th anniversary revenge, so we got Revenge in cinemas again this year. So
One
it's
thing
so
that
different.
one thing that will forever bug me was the fact that they didn't decide to bring back episode 2 like the way they marketed episode
Yeah,
2. I'm like,
yeah,
to
mm,
me it's a good movie. It's more like a love story,
yeah,
if you will, but it's more like as a dude, I mean, you did it for episode 1,
yeah,
you skipped on 2, but then I mean, you put 3, but then again, they had a panel at Celebration for episode 2, but then this year they didn't have it for episode 3.
yeah.
I'm like,
They
oh,
completely missed. The only thing they did for Revenge at Celebration, they had like a bunch of students from like some university of Japan get up and talk about like the movie
yeah,
sets and stuff like the stuff that went into like the lava scenes and things like that. But it's like, how do you miss the bar on what is probably the most popular movie, Star Wars movie, with like the current generation?
bro, it was, man. I wasn't mad about it, but I was kind of like, oh yeah. I mean, I was upset about the fact
Yeah,
that they didn't want to do anything for episode 3. But in my mind, hey, check this out. And Japan went like that for me because of that day. So I only went to
yeah,
celebration for that day.
yeah,
So the minute I got in, I saw Tony,
yep,
bought the hot toys. So
yep,
bam, I was like, all right, I got Dark Side, Anakin.
yeah,
That's one. That's to me, that's Revenge of the Sith.
yep,
Within 5 minutes later, I redeemed my ticket, and then I made Hayden within 5 minutes. And then after that, I ran straight to the live stage, and then
yep,
Hayden came out. I was like, all right, I didn't get an episode 3 panel. I didn't get any Revenge of the Sith, but
yeah,
all that. Literally, my day for celebration was literally got the hot toy,
yeah,
got my autograph, and went
yeah,
to the live stage all within less than an hour.
dude.
Yeah, and that was my first celebration.
Yeah, dude, you did that extremely well.
And it's funny because I was like, why is no one in line
Yeah,
for Hayden? I was like, what the fuck? I guess everybody was running to the.
that the Mando and Grogu panel was on at the same
Yeah.
time.
I mean, I get it. Like you want to get a glimpse of Mando and Grogu, and you want to get a
Yeah,
glimpse of this and that.
yeah,
The way I look at it, and it's probably because I not worked on Mando, but worked on these shows,
yeah,
and I get to see behind it. I was like, well, fuck it. They're gonna release a trailer anyway.
yeah,
I was like, what am I missing? I was like, because everybody's in the same room. I was like, okay, yeah, that's probably cool. But it's more like as in, I would much rather knock out these autographs right away, dude. And I'm glad I did it,
yeah, dude. If I had my time again, I would have done it how you did it. Yeah,
dude. And it's funny because me not know that was my first time at celebration. I was like, fuck, where do I go? Where do I go? But dude,
yeah,
for me, it was easy. The Hot Toys booth, I clearly remember that's where Tony was at. To my
yeah,
right was the redeeming and the autograph
yeah,
things, and
yeah.
then going backwards was the live stage. I was like, dude, in less than an hour,
That's so good.
dude, it was insane, man. So that to me, it was like that was my Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary.
Yeah, I mean, you got Hayden a couple times. That's pretty good.
Dude, it was awesome, man. But yeah, I mean, I'm also excited because I get to see Ian McDermott
Yes.
in 2 months. Yeah,
Yeah, San Antonio.
dude.
So cool.
I literally canceled everything
Yeah,
just to go see him.
that's so sick.
I'm like, dude, I have to because I'm like, he doesn't come to the States. What?
Mm,
If I'm correct. Like, well, he doesn't do cons here. I think the last time
yeah.
he was overseas.
Okay.
So I'm like, oh, dude, I'm like, he's up there in age.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get him now.
Yeah. And you're getting him on the Revenge of the Sith crew gift, the Chewbacca, or
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
I'm
Which is so
debating.
sick.
I'm debating like to get him there. So I want him to sign it, but
Yeah,
it depends how he signs. I'm not gonna if he signs big or if he signs small. If he signs small enough, right under him, I want Nick Gillard
yeah, cool.
to sign right under him, and then save that final spot for you for Ewan.
Yeah,
Because originally, what I wanted to do was I got Hayden's. I was supposed to mail it out to get Samuel L. Jackson to sign it,
yeah. I was gonna say
but
we
then
could
I
try and
thought,
get him too. Yeah,
but then I thought about it. I was like, the three main characters to me is Ewan, Hayden, and
yeah,
Ian. In
yeah,
that movie,
yeah.
I
Well, that's
think
fair. Yeah,
I think Sam, like, yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, but I think he was more like a supporting actor in that
yeah.
film.
Well, if you think about from Anakin's point of view, you've got Anakin sort of in the middle here, and then you've got Obi-Wan here as like I suppose the angel on one shoulder, and then you've got the devil with Palpatine. So
Yeah,
that's
so
fair.
oh, dude. Once I get it signed, I have a buddy of mine that's gonna make like a nice custom display case for it.
Beautiful. Yeah,
So, but I kind of want to buy. It's like a little base,
yeah.
and then put them on top so you can rotate 360 degrees.
That would be sick. Yeah,
So
that'd
you
be
can
sick.
see
Yeah,
like the whole thing. But yeah, man, that's my goal. I think after that, if depending if they who's gonna be in San Francisco Fan Expo in
hmm
November,
yeah,
and I might hop on that too because I did that last year. And when I met Hayden, it
yeah,
was worth it, man. It was worth
yeah.
it. Again, I didn't wait in line no more than 40 minutes, bro.
That's so cool.
I was like, but then I had a few buddy of mine that were there. They waited 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, oh fuck that.
I'd wait that if I knew. I wish I lived in the States just so I could like just fly out to another state because I need that experience celebration was so shit. I need to redeem. That's gonna live with
I
me
heard,
forever
bro.
until I meet him
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
Oh, dude,
I think I remember seeing like or Tony talk about it how you didn't get your auto right.
no, no, no. And the photo was so rushed. So we like got in line early because I could see his line building up already. I got in line early. The line was set up. This was on the Saturday. The line was set up a lot better than what I'd been hearing like stories about on Friday and that. So it was going okay, snake line going around, moving well, but also realizing that people in there are getting like their 30 seconds with him. They're able to say what they
Right.
want to say, that sort of thing. Like I don't know if you've seen the girl on Instagram, the one that does like the Haydenception, where so she does this thing. She's been doing it for years, where she'll get the last photo they had together on a shirt. Yeah, that
Yeah, yeah.
Jessica, I think her name. Yeah.
I got to meet her
Oh, cool.
in San Francisco Fan Expo.
Yeah, Jessica. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Cool. Yeah. Anyway, she was in the same line as me. She was a bit further up because it was Hayden's birthday. She wanted to sort of do
yeah.
the birthday hat setup and all that.
Right, right, right.
They had time to do that, and they were all accommodating, no one rushing her. And then I get to the last length of the line, like I'm staring down the barrel of the entrance to the little booth, and yeah, all of a sudden the line just stops, and this girl starts walking up and says, "All right, what was she saying?" She was like, "No handshakes, no hugs. Can't give him anything if you wanted to pose with like a lightsaber or something." And then the line just starts going like real quick, and we get inside the booth where there's like sort of room for 3-4 of you to line up, and I'm watching the people in front of me, and the little assistants are just like hand on back as soon as click's taken, pushing you through, like push, push, push. And I was like, this is not what I because it would have been like what $400 I reckon we would have paid Australian. I was like, this isn't what I paid for, and I'm pretty sure I said to him, I was like, please don't touch me. I was like, don't do it. I was like, do not push me. Like they were genuinely, because a lot of people ahead of me were a bit smaller. They were genuinely like pushing them
Yeah, yeah.
towards Hayden. I was like, don't. I was like, do not push me towards him. And I get in there and they're trying to rush, like they're trying to rush it. And I was like, I got to get in what I like. I felt so like flustered in that because I had it all in my head, like what I wanted to say. And then like they're rushing it, and I was like, he shook my hand straight up. He shook my hand, and I
Yeah.
was like, and you could see out the corner, they were getting pissed because poor Hayden's like trying to make everyone get their
Right, right,
moment
right.
and that, and he's getting rushed by the workers. He shakes my hand. He's like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Jesse." I was like, "It's so good to meet you." I was like, "Thank you for everything." Like, I grew up with what you did, and you've been like a hero to me. Like, I absolutely love you. And
Right.
he's like, thanks. I was like, I've got the tattoo and everything. I quickly showed him the tattoo because we were posing for the photo, and I was like, oh, I've got like the tattoo and that. And he looks around, he's like, dude, that is cool.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, took the photo. He's like, thanks so much for coming. He shook my hand again. And when he shook my hand again, they've got like a little curtain bit in the booth where like family and like other workers sort of are behind.
Yeah.
And the guy came out and basically told me to like get out. I was like, are you kidding? I'd been in there for all of 10 seconds, if that. It was
Oh
so
God.
quick. And I was like, look, shitty experience. I got my photo, shitty experience, but hey, I've got my auto tomorrow. Hopefully get a bit more time because, you know, he has to actually sign it and that.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and yeah, then that night, everything went to shit. They cancelled everything from sort of like Saturday night through to the whole Sunday.
Jesus. They
And
oversold.
yeah, oversold him way too much, like way too much.
That's terrible, dude. It sucks, man, because
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You're taking time. I mean,
yeah.
it, again, it's not his fault. You know,
No, it's not his fault at all.
it's whoever organizes that
Yeah,
stuff again,
absolutely. Yeah, and
and
everyone
it's
knows
like,
that. Everyone knows that. Yeah, I just felt
it,
bad for him as well.
right,
He's
and
such a nice
it's
dude.
really not. And the thing about him is that he tries to take his time with everybody,
He really does though.
and
He really does.
he makes how do I say it? He makes sure that he knows that you're there.
Yeah,
You
100%,
get me? Like
a
he
hundred
will
percent.
he'll by eye contact. I don't know if you got that from him.
No, 100% because I looked up at
Yeah.
him like because I thought it was gonna be real rush, like head down, shake hand, that. But he really takes time. Like he shakes your hand, he looks you in the eye. Hello, what's your name? Thank you for coming. Um, and he was really like he just looked at the
Dude.
tattoo, shook my hand again, looked me in the eye. I was like, dude, this is like you are a beautiful man.
Yeah, 100%, dude. When man, that I mean, it sucks now hearing that story, and you're not the only one. You know,
Oh,
I've
I
heard
know
it
it
from a few
happened. Yeah,
people.
I
You
heard
know,
some worse stories. Like there was a
dude,
girl in yeah. Oh,
when
yeah.
I
Sorry,
got to
you tell
meet
me. Yeah,
him,
you go first. Yeah,
yeah, when I got to meet him, I was like, I got like a full on conversation out of him.
yeah.
Nobody rushed us.
Oh,
Nothing, bro.
dude.
Nothing. I was like, we're just talking back and forth, laughing.
Mm,
He's like, "Oh, you work for the studio?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. I got to work on Ahsoka season one. You
yeah,
know, I worked on Kenobi." He's like, "No way." I was like,
that's
"Yeah." And then
so
that's when I
cool.
started telling him about Thomas, and I started telling
Yeah,
him about everything. He's like, "Really?" He's like, "I didn't know that." He's like, "You know what? I have one of these in my house."
that's so cool.
I was like, "Oh, you know what?" And it's funny because I was like, I wonder if, and in my mind when he signed it, and I took my bus with me, I was like,
Yeah,
I wonder what he fucking has in his house.
he would have some insane stuff.
You know
He
what I
said
mean?
he's got a couple sabers around, but
Yeah, if he confirmed that he has one of the crew bus, you can only
yeah,
imagine what else he has, bro. I'm
he'd
like,
have some cool
oh,
stuff.
dude, but he kind of tripped out, and I asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever seen someone bring this up to you? He's like, you're the first person. I was like, I didn't even know people like were able to get these. I was like, well, I got this from Thomas, and it came directly from him. Dude, he fucking lit up, bro.
That's so cool, man.
He lit up. He stopped. He didn't care about the guy next to
Yeah,
him. He didn't care about his friend right next to him. He was locked into the conversation. He even fucking went bent over so he can hear me because it was so loud.
yeah, yeah.
And dude, we were just talking, like for a good minute. And then he's like, dude, he's like, I would like to, get to see him one day. Like,
That's
if you ever,
beautiful. Yeah,
tell him I sent him a big hug, let him know that, I still think about him, dude. And I got, my buddy Thomas, I'm trying to get like a nice video from him. He
that's
doesn't
so
like
cool.
being on camera so much, but he's
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna do it for Hayden. Like, I'm gonna just send out a good message. If you see him soon, show him this. So
that's awesome.
I
That's
can't
so
wait for that.
cool. Yeah, no, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Now we've got a few legends in here. Who have we got? We've got the Galactic Cantina. Hello there. We've got Nerd. I think Nerd's departed, but we've got. Ooh, what's your favorite lightsaber? Because you've got like the most pure replicas of them. What is your favorite saber?
Kenobi's episode 1 and 2, and Anakin's episode 2 are the best lightsabers.
So you think
Shit.
episode? Wow. So you think Anakin's episode 2 is better than 3?
You know what? I don't. I would agree with him.
I like it purely because of the foreshadowing. Because it's like the Vader. It's
It's.
more. It's
I
closer to
mean,
the Vader
dude,
design.
it's the camera doesn't do it justice, even if I
Yeah.
bring it, but it's so thin.
Okay, yeah. Oh,
Episode 2.
I was gonna say I've got Anakin's episode 2 from Theory Sabers,
Yeah,
and
it's so thin.
yeah, it is a tiny saber. I didn't expect it to be that small.
But I mean, in the at least in the little portfolio that Master Replicas gives you, it
Mm,
explains it. It explains
yeah,
that it's a smaller saber than most sabers, and da 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 da.
yeah,
It's heavier. I was like, dude, when you grab it, holy
mm,
shit, bro, it's heavy. I think even
yeah,
Theory when he reviewed it, he said, "Oh my god, this is a heavy saber, bro."
yeah,
It's beautiful. I personally, my favorite. I love episode 3. I love
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
episode 2, bro, that's probably my favorite. But if you want to say which one's my favorite, I think it's still Obi-Wan,
yeah,
only because I grew up with it, and
yeah,
I always mention it, and I always like tell people it's a really underrated lightsaber.
yeah,
It really is. I'm like,
yeah,
but dude, like the chrome with the black and then the red button, it just
yeah,
stands out. Like whoever
yeah.
was back there making those sabers, I'm like, oh, God bless your heart, you know? Because I
Mm.
know my buddy Thomas, he's the one who did the episode 2 and 3, but I don't know who did episode 1.
So did Thomas actually help craft this, like the saber hilts
All
themselves?
of it.
Yeah.
Making
Wow.
them in my food, bro.
So cool.
It's cool because I was talking to him the other day, and he's like,
Yeah.
I haven't done lightsabers in a while, but my kid is requesting one, so I'm gonna go ahead and make him one. I was like,
That's
and
awesome,
it's cool
dude.
because he showed me, like, how do I say it? They're like piping molds, right? Like the
Yeah.
white
Okay.
molds,
Yeah. Yep.
and then he kind of crafts them, and then he showed me like a pipe of it, and then it was wrapped with tape and everything, and like some rubber bands, and then I
Yep.
looked at it correctly. I'm like, is that Qui-Gon's? He's like, oh yeah, my son is a big fan of Qui-Gon, so I'm trying to replicate one for him. I was
That's
like, dude,
so cool. That's so
that
cool.
was sick. I was like, okay.
That's cool.
Dude, I love all that stuff. Like people that, again, I feel like, and I'm not saying it because of me, but I feel like people that do it all, bro, like the ones that paint, the ones that
Mm.
do costume, bro. What was her name? Trisha Bigar. I
Yes. Yeah.
think that
Yeah.
was her name.
Yeah.
Dude, her work on episode 1, 2, and 3, I
Yeah.
believe. Was she episode 1? I know she was episode 2 and 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Because yeah, those are the two like behind the scenes I've been watching.
I don't know if she came out. Well, maybe. Who knows? But dude, her work is amazing, man.
Let's have well, I mean, she was born in Glasgow, so it makes sense if she was on the first one because that was only in.
I don't know. Why? I need to look more into it. But dude, like
Yeah.
her work, man. Like for Padme,
Mm.
for Mustafar, for all that stuff, dude. I'm like,
Yeah, she did Phantom Menace as well.
dude, it's insane. I know one of the guys that actually lives up in Australia, bro. He showed
Mm.
me a picture of the actual glove that Hayden wore when it was all broken up and beaten up with like burnt pieces. I was like,
Oh, dude.
and then he got to keep one of like the little lava because it was foam, right?
Yeah.
The lava it was
Yeah.
foam with like liquid. When they were breaking it up, he got to keep one of like the pieces of Mustafar. I was like, bro, I was like,
Dude.
but I was like, what I would have give or gave to be a part of that, but I was too young, bro.
Yeah.
But I think that's probably growing up and seeing it on YouTube and seeing the special features, and I think
Yeah.
that's why I fell in love with studio work. That's why I fell in love with behind the scenes because of these 3 movies, at least that I
Yeah.
grew up with. You
Yeah.
get the bonus disc, you get all this stuff that you see
Yeah.
how it's made. I'm like, I want to be a part of that one day. And then, dude, 10 years, 11 years later, God knows how I freaking got in there, but God bless.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and it's funny because I was just a couple days ago, uh, we were having lunch, and then we were like having like a group meeting, and Chris
Yeah.
Nolan was there.
Oh, yeah.
I
No
was
worries.
like,
Yep.
dude, I just thanked him for the trilogy of Batman.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I was like, he is the one director that, besides George and besides Francis Ford Coppola and those kind of guys, I was like,
Yep.
dude, this guy to me is like one of the best directors out there, bro. I think, I'm not quite sure if it's true, but he's still one of the guys that uses actual film for his movies.
Oh wow. Okay.
Most people use digital, if
Yeah.
I'm correct.
Yeah.
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 But I was like, dude, it's just stuff that we get to see behind the scenes. To me, it's amazing, bro. Fuck,
Yeah.
like the whole countless hours that we work and all this stuff. But dude,
Yeah.
like everybody puts in their part for one shot.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah.
I think that's like the cool part. But dude, like everything you would see behind the scenes and like that documentary within a minute,
Yeah.
that's how it goes down, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
You're running, you're grabbing this, the lights doesn't work, you got to switch it, you got to switch within 30 minutes, they got to switch the camera around, you got to
Yeah.
cut, you got, and sometimes depending on the production, you got 30 minutes to an hour lunch.
Yeah.
Dude, it's shit's fucking mad, bro.
Yeah. So
For me, it's awesome, man. Yeah.
I want to dive into that a bit more. What is it that you do?
Build sets.
Build sets. Yep.
Build sets, yeah.
And so
Build sets.
how did you get into that?
I honestly started it as a PA.
Okay. Yep.
So I would be that guy that would take orders,
Yep.
go get coffee, go do this, go do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And then one of the guys like, "Hey, dude, you're a pretty solid dude for you to be carrying coffee around."
Yeah.
I was like, some of my guys are like hunched back and like, they kind of need some help. I
Yeah.
was like, dude, I don't have any experience in building and all this stuff. He's like, don't worry about it. It's like, here, apply here. Here's my name. The way it works, at least here in the
Yep.
States, is that it's a union job, right?
Yep.
So in order for you to get into the union, they call it, you have to work 30 calendar days, which
Okay.
may not seem like a lot. 30 days
Yeah.
is like just 30 days,
Yeah.
but you have to work 30 days in a year calendar. So it's 365 days out of the year.
Yeah.
You have to work 30 days in order for you to hop into the union. May not
Okay.
seem like a lot, but if you don't network, if you don't know people, you
Yeah.
can work 25 days straight and then you don't get work for those last 5 days. So now you have to restart it. You get
Oh,
me?
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yep.
can work
Yep.
29 days and then you're still missing that one day.
Yeah.
And then now you got to restart the clock.
Yeah.
You get me? So this guy's like, hey, I work for Chuck Lorre. I work for this production. We have projects coming here. We have
Yeah.
projects coming there. I was like, he's like, I'll get you your days. He's like, just here's some equipment. I'm gonna write down everything that you need. This is what you need. Get this, get that. I was like, fuck. I was like, I'm going from PA to grabbing a hammer, grabbing some nails,
Yeah.
grabbing this and that. And I was like, dude, let's do it. I'm down for some dirty work.
Yeah.
It was the best decision I've ever made, man, because it's like once it's set, once it's built, it's like we have to take it to the stage. And once it's on stage, it's more like as in we have so much downtime. We get to hang out, be backstage, go have crafty, go have food.
That's so
Dude,
cool.
it's awesome, man.
That's so cool.
I love it. But no, dude, I started from literally from,
Yeah.
all the way, like I said, just getting coffee for people.
That's so cool.
Shit, I'll still
Um,
get coffee for Harrison Ford.
well, I suppose that kind of leads us on to the next bit. What have been like the highlights of how long have you been doing this to start with?
Got 10 years, going on 11.
Cool. And in those
30,
almost,
31, going 32 in February.
yeah,
Yeah, when I was fresh out of high school, when I was 20,
that's so cool.
I
Got
was a
straight into it.
FedEx guy.
Yeah.
Packages,
Yeah.
and then I met one of the producers at a shoe store, and I'm like, hey, dude, I know who you are. I like that show. I was like, dude, can I get? Are you guys hiring? I'll be a janitor.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, well, give me your info, dude. Not thinking anything of it, and yeah, dude, I ended up getting an internship as a PA, and then I got on it, and then,
Yeah.
like I said, networking around, and that's how I got in. And then I met my boss that I've been working with, and dude, the rest is history. But to go back to what you were saying,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like highlight of it is like meeting these. I don't even call them celebrities now, bro,
Yeah.
because it's more like people you're working with,
You're just around them all the time now. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So it becomes like they're what you see on TV and what you see on the media and what you see on TikTok and Instagram and them being angry, I mean, they're normal people, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what you don't see that's not filmed, that's not being talked about, it's like you get to have these cool stories with them. You get to have food with them. You get to have lunch with them. They get
Yeah.
to actually come and talk to you, be like, hey, we appreciate what you do. Thank you. Like without you guys, like we won't have this show. I'm like,
Yeah.
for me, that's like it's worth more than getting paid for, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of those guys is Harrison Ford because he was you guys see him as a grumpy old man,
Mm.
and I get it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? No one at his age, no one wants to be bombarded,
Yeah. Absolutely.
right? But what you don't see is Harrison Ford riding a bike around at the age of 83 and
That's
saying,
yeah.
"Hey,
Yeah.
hey, kid, let's go get some food. Hey, what's for lunch?" I was like, "Huh,
Oh, dude.
dude, it's awesome." And then, dude, I mean, just the stories just go on and on. I think
Yeah.
I don't know if I told you or I told Gazer, but meeting Steven Spielberg, meeting George, meeting all these people. It's just like, what the fuck did I do to deserve this?
Yeah.
But it's just, it was more of the line of the passion towards movies
Yeah. Yep.
because again, I grew up with Star Wars and the prequels, and I was, I enjoyed the behind the scenes. I enjoyed this. I enjoyed all of that. Do you remember right when within a minute, there's like this scene where it shows how it breaks up into like multiple pieces, and it shows you
Yeah.
this person, this person, this person, this person.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
like it takes all those people to do one movie, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane, bro. It's insane, but it's like one. How do I tell you? Like there was this guy, Steve, right? He
Mm.
worked on Skeleton Crew,
Okay. Yep.
and then I worked on a few sets of them,
Hmm.
for that show. And then it's funny because I got to meet Steve in this show called Euphoria,
Yes,
right?
I love. Yeah, I've seen. They're
Okay,
filming. They're doing season 3 at the moment, aren't they?
they're done. They're done doing season. You know
Oh, they're
what,
done.
though,
Yeah.
bro? I'm lying to you. I overheard because they use code names, so
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
I can't expose their code name here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they read us like a chart of what's on the studio, and
Yeah.
they were still on. Yeah, they're
Okay.
still
Yeah.
on.
Because yeah, I've seen the
So
first 2 seasons. I love that. It was a good show.
I'm working on the show Euphoria, right?
Mm.
And then I step out because the stages are cold. And then this guy comes out, he's smoking his vape. He's like, "Oh shit." He's like, "You worked on the Skeleton Crew?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Build some sets." And then he's like, "Yeah, me too. Look." Playing on his hoodie. I was like, "No shit." I was like, "What you do?" He's like, "Oh yeah, the special effects, when the kids are on the fucking bike and all this shit. Just
Oh,
rad
dude,
ass dude,
that's so
small
cool.
ass guy." And then some other guy comes out. He's fucking I don't know why everybody fucking vapes, he comes out, he's vaping like
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh shit, it's nice out here." I was like, "Oh," I'm like, "Hey bro, like what do you do?" He's like, "Oh, I work in the greens department, I just bring the plants and all this stuff." And then he had fucking I guess his hoodie said like Doctor Strange multiverse or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
He's like, I'm like, my point to you, bro, is that there's so many people involved in one show that you don't even remember that you worked with him on another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh shit, I got to work with this guy on this show. Maybe I didn't meet him
Yeah.
because he wasn't part of the same department,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it's cool because now we're working on another show together. We're not
Yeah.
knowing that, you
Yeah.
know? And it was insane to me. But dude, these stories go on and on. But to me, that's what a show and that's what a movie is. It's like all these people that work behind the
Yeah.
scene, bro, and it's constantly running this and that. I know, like I think the same guy that worked, like that was doing like bringing in the plants that worked on Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
I actually got to meet him when I was working on WandaVision because I
Yeah.
worked on the whole series though.
So
And then I
cool.
was like, dude, I remember you back from 2020. I'm like, hey, do you remember when? And I told him this. I was like, do you remember when like the wildfires in LA were happening and like the debris was coming down? He's like, oh yeah, that was around 2020. I was like, do you
Yeah.
remember that day when they were trying to shoot like I guess it was part of the house when Wanda was coming out?
Yeah.
They fucking cut it they cut the whole day like that, bro, because I guess the debris was coming in so heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
So the director's like, cut later, call it a day. Okay. What's
Okay.
cool? I mean, to you it sounds like, oh shit, they cut, but for
Yeah,
us it's more like, since we're part of, like, we have this contract with the union, is
yeah,
if we work an hour, if we work 30 minutes, if we work 3 hours and we
yeah,
get to go home, they'll
yeah.
pay us for a full 8 hour shift.
That's so cool. That's
Yeah,
cool.
we're like, oh hell yeah, hey yo, cut, let's get the fuck out of here, let's
Let's
go
go.
grab some
Yep,
food.
yep. Ciao. See ya. It's so cool. Who else we got? We got Genobi. We got Master Genobi. What's Ben saying? Euphoria drops it. Fuck sakes.
Dude, hey, that show, bro. I'll tell you this story.
Yeah, yeah,
I have my food, right. I'm like this. I'm like, okay. I'm walking the fucking stage,
yeah,
and they're like, hey, bro, we're gonna work on I can't disclose the code name.
yeah,
Hey, we're
yeah.
working on this show,
Da, 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 da,
and
da. Yep.
but it's Euphoria, right? And
Yeah.
then here, like, you got to go to stage 6. I was like, cool. I fucking go in there. There's a strip pole. There's this. There's that. I was like, oh
Oh
shit.
Jesus.
I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
God damn.
I was like, am I work? But you know what I mean, bro. Like, this shit,
Yeah,
dude. It's insane, bro. It's
yeah,
insane because, like, all this stuff that goes on behind the scenes, and it's awesome because I was talking to my boss, right? I was like, hey, dude, because he worked on Friends.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he worked on
Cool.
Friends.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, how was it back then? He's like, oh, he's like, there was a party on stage 24 every Friday, baby.
That's so sick.
I was like, fuck. He's like, mm-hmm. He's like, it wasn't like it is now. I'll tell you that, man. You know, he was telling me details and shit. I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's so sick.
I see that show a bit different now. But
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, I mean, you know, all this stuff that goes behind the scene, bro. It's ah. You got to be there to understand. You got to be there to know, right? It's more like,
Yeah.
as in all this stuff that just happens, bro. It to me. That's for me. Fuck the show. Whatever show you want to put me on, whatever movie is Star Wars, Marvel,
Yeah.
Euphoria, Spider, whatever. I don't
Yeah.
care. I was like, depending who's on your crew, bro. That shit. It doesn't even feel like work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Because
I
you're just
remember this.
yeah, you're just
Sorry,
loving it. Yeah. No, go
I
for it.
remember this. The longest shift, I think it was 16 to 17 hours, bro.
Wow.
For a 30, I'm lying, for a 15 to 20-second clip.
Oh my
Sorry.
god.
Um, we're working on a show called Lucifer,
Oh
right?
yeah. 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 Yeah.
On Netflix. The guy is fucking tall.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
He is fucking tall, bro.
Yep.
And then again, we're like, okay, the director just couldn't get the shot from him coming out a picture car, that's what they call it. He was
Yeah.
coming out of the picture vehicle, and he's so fucking tall, so they couldn't get the angle. So we had to go back to the wood shop and build a whole fucking frame from scratch to
Yeah.
lift the car up just
Oh
so we can
wow.
get that shot. So
Okay.
that shot went from a 30-second to 15-second shot for a 16-hour day.
Yeah. Wow. No, I
It's
only know about
insane,
it because
bro.
my girlfriend. My girlriend watched it and she loves it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
That's
it's
cool.
it's and I think it was that nightclub called Lux. I think. Not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah. 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 Yep.
It's fucking small, bro.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But dude, that's I mean, the list goes on and on, bro.
Yeah. What's Ben saying? Hearing this side of things is always really valuable and entertaining versus just getting it from the main director or more of the people in the spotlight, like boots on the ground. Dude, it's so cool. I love hearing these stories.
Yeah, bro. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Dude, but to me, it's more like, as in, how do I tell you, bro? I would find it fascinating if a guy from Taco Bell's telling me the kind of horrible day or the fucking amazing day he had. I would find it
Yeah.
just as interesting as you're
Yeah.
finding my stories interesting. You know
Yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it becomes so normal.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's so cool because it's more of the fact that now this is something you get to see on your TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're gonna be like, oh shit, I remember Brian told me this, and remember
Yeah.
he
It would
told me
add
this.
so much context to things we're seeing in that.
Yeah, bro, it's so cool because I guess now with streaming, now with having this, you're in a different side of the world, bro. And
Yeah,
we get
dude.
to talk about it,
I
but
know.
it's more of the fact, like, as in it became more popular to, like, again, streaming, YouTube, TikTok, all this stuff that people don't get to see this behind the scenes kind of stuff. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it, dude, it's awesome. I think I remember posting. I was working Spider-Man: Homecoming, right?
Yep.
I remember we're working on the backlot,
Okay, yep.
and that same I think I posted on my Instagram. That same scene was used in Friends,
Okay.
was used in LMFAO, that video Party
Yeah.
Rock,
Yeah,
was
yeah.
also the exact same scene when Jim Carrey jumps out on the mask and lays flat on the ground.
Dude.
Dude, it's like, but you don't. Me that works in it.
Yeah.
When I watch a movie, I'm like, oh shit, I know where that's at. Oh shit, I know
Yeah.
this. You
Yeah.
guys watch it differently.
You'd view it through a completely different lens. Yeah.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So I get
That's
to see.
so
I'm like,
cool.
oh shit, I remember that. Oh shit, I remember this. I'm like, dude, like it's amazing how a set dresser can make Burbank or LA look like Chicago
Yeah.
or look like fucking. It can be. So I'll give you this story.
Yeah.
My boss that's been there for a while. He worked on Batman. He worked
Yeah.
on Batman and Robin. He worked on
Yeah.
Batman Forever. He said it was fucking 90 degrees in the summer when they were shooting the the hockey thing with Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Okay.
Remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Remember that
Yeah.
scene?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So in the exact same stage, they filmed the original Jurassic Park. They filmed this.
Oh
They filmed that.
wow.
I'm like, dude, it's crazy.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Hmm.
I was gonna say because I remember when I was in LA, I went through like Universal Studios, and they do the whole tour down like where they film
Yeah.
stuff. And that, have you ever done stuff there?
At Universal.
Yeah,
So I'll give you a story about
yeah.
Universal. So the only time I was there, sorry, I'm over here pouring my water. So the
No,
only
yeah,
time I
go
was
for it.
there was so it started in Warner Brothers. We ended up in Universal.
Yeah.
So this day, my boss called me. He's like, "Hey, such and such is coming. Can you
Hmm.
meet him at gate such and such? Take him to screening room this." I was like, "Okay." It's like, "Who is it?" He's like, "Just fucking go." I was like, "Okay, cool, right?" I freaking pulled up in my little cart.
Yep.
And then he's all like, "Oh, are you the guy picking me up?" I was like, "Motherfucker, he didn't tell me I was picking Jordan Peele up, huh?" I was like,
Oh,
"Okay, cool."
dude.
So I picked up Jordan Peele and I picked up his. I think it was one of his friends. And then I was
Yeah.
like, I'm like, "Where am I taking you guys?" He's all like, "Oh, we're just gonna go to screening room such and such. We're reviewing the movie Nope,
Oh, dude.
and we're reviewing this and that." I was like, "Oh God!" I was like, "He's like, you want to join us?" Literally, bro. Jordan Peele, his friend, and me in a fucking theater by ourselves, just
Dude.
watching just watching the movie. I was like, shit. But it was crazy because I was watching it when none of the special effects was done.
You're seeing like just raw
Yeah,
footage.
it was raw. It was raw. I was like, okay. Crazy because when that happened, he's like, hey, whenever you want to go to Universal for Halloween Horror Nights, he's like, here's my contact, here's this. We'll get you some tickets. Dude, when I went to Universal, like
Yeah.
they used the actual set from the movie Us.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, it was dope. I was like, so that's probably like the only time I go to Universal, even though they're
Okay.
like up
Yeah.
the street, down the street. But
Yeah. Yeah.
dude, again, like I tell people, like just because Disney, it's a Disney production, doesn't mean they
Mhm.
shoot at Disney.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or just because it's a Batman movie doesn't mean they shoot at Warner Brothers. They
Yeah.
can shoot at whatever's available, whatever is to them,
Yeah.
this and that. But dude, it's dude, that was an insane day when I met Jordan. Dude, he was the nicest guy ever.
Yeah.
The nicest guy, and he drives like the most basic Subaru ever.
Oh, really?
Not even a STI. It's just a WRX.
Yeah. Right.
Little car. I was like, "Oh, you're Jordan Peele. Yeah, nice to meet you. You're Brian, right?" I was like, "Oh, hell yeah."
Yes, I
I was
am.
like, "Let's go, dude." But it's cool because that same day that we were watching Nope,
Mm.
right next to us is so there's multiple screening rooms, right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
next to us was Justin Timberlake, like reviewing like one of his films. I was
Dude.
like, "What the fuck, man?"
Is that just one of those like just? Oh, Bryant died.
Oh shit! What happened?
Nope, you're
Am I
back.
there?
Yeah. I was gonna say, is that just like one
Hello?
of those pinch? Yeah, that's right. I got you. I got you. I was gonna say, is that just like? Oh no, he's dead again. Maybe you couldn't hear me.
Yo,
Wait.
Jesse.
Yeah, I got you. Can you hear me?
What happened?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yo, Jesse.
Yeah.
Yo, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
you're right.
I went to the world between worlds.
You went to the world between worlds. That's right. We're back.
We're back, man. I'm sorry, bro. I
No,
gotta, I
you're
gotta
good.
move. I gotta move one of my vehicles. But no, dude, I'm telling you, man, this shit's insane, bro.
I was gonna say, yeah, is that just like one of those pinch yourself moments? Like, holy shit. Oh, oh, Brian died. That's right. Oh no, he's back. There we go. We're back.
Okay. Yeah, dude. It was one of those moments that I just, you know, how do I say it to you, bro? Like I couldn't. I don't know. It was surreal, you know. Same thing
Yeah.
with Steven Spielberg, man. When I
Hmm.
got to meet him, same thing. I got to pick him up in a little golf cart. I
That's
had to
so
drop him
cool.
off at a stage, and dude, it was awesome, man. Like all these stories, man. It's just it's kind of, again, to me, it's more. It became normal now, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just became normal because it's like it's work. It's
Yeah.
work. Yeah. So I was like, I don't know. I love it, bro. But if there's anything you want to know, dude, feel free to ask.
Oh, dude. Oh god.
As long as there's stuff that I could say.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. Well, I was gonna say I wanted to touch on the volume because I wanted
Yeah.
to touch on like sort of what your experience is with it because I met Anthony Daniels close to a year ago now. He came to me. He came to Adelaide.
Uh huh.
And I was talking to him, and like he was really cool. His line moves super slow, but it was because he took his time with everyone. He was happy to have a chat, and that was so cool.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it gets to me, and I'm like, I was like, thank you for everything. I was like, it was so beautiful to see 3PO come back in Ahsoka. Um, I was like, what was that like for you, sort of thing. I was like, and then I was like, are we gonna see 3PO again anytime soon? He's like, not in the near future. I was like, okay, all right. But he was telling me about his day on set. They're filming that scene, and he's like, it was all done in like the volume, so you've got like the
Mhm.
courtroom set up and that. And he's like, because obviously that's a really different acting sort of setup for him.
Yeah, it is big time. I mean,
Yeah,
he's not the only one that
yeah,
that says that, because
yeah,
it's dude, believe it or not, when I first like learned and like was introduced to the volume,
yeah,
it's like all these 3D panels, really, bro.
mm,
They're like
yeah,
screens, so
yeah.
it tends to get really warm in there,
Okay, yep,
you know. But I think the only time I've dealt with it was basically during all of Mandalorian,
yeah.
Ahsoka, Superman,
Obi-Wan,
um, the Batman.
yeah,
Dude, it's a whole different ball game, and it
yeah,
it kind of it kind of takes away like a lot of what we do because of AI, because of technology,
yeah,
because
yeah,
practical sets, because of all of this stuff, you know.
yeah,
So I mean, it's cool technology. It's cool.
yeah,
I mean, it's what they wanted to do, you know.
yeah,
But it's more like, as in, like Andor. It wasn't shot in the volume.
yeah, yeah. They use all
You
the
know what I
set
mean? They use
stuff.
practical sets, bro.
Yeah,
And I think that's why it was so beautifully shot.
yeah,
And you don't see that with I think it was really introduced with the Mandalorian,
yeah. Okay, yeah,
you know? But dude, when I saw it, I was like, it's like going in and you're seeing a big ass flat screen TV. That's
yeah.
how big it is. It's
Okay.
massive, bro.
Yeah.
It's huge, but I mean, it's kind of different when you're so used to working on
Yeah.
practical sets. But I mean, it's the future, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I remember this. How do I tell you this show called Winning Time? Right. This was
Okay.
in during. I think it was HBO Max, and we were working on this show, and they rebuild basically the
Wait, sorry.
forum.
I was gonna say winning time, like the Lakers thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm with it. Yeah, yeah,
it was we basically rebuilt the whole forum, right?
yeah.
And it was like 900 extras, 900 extras just sitting all around. I'm
That's
like, holy
yeah.
fuck, this
That's
is
crazy.
awesome. And they were all dressed up like in the 90s, I mean 80s and shit.
Yeah,
And just seeing 900 extras all over the stage, I'm like, this is awesome. But here comes the like same thing with the volume.
yeah,
For like season 3 or I think they only did 2 seasons, but I think for the third season they
yeah.
wanted to use AI for the extras.
Okay. Yeah, right.
So I'm yes, like technology like that, it is cool,
Yeah,
but it does take away a lot from movies,
yeah,
because it I think it takes the art away.
yeah.
You
For
know what I
sure.
mean?
Yeah,
It takes away like people. It takes away people wanting to come to work and this and that. Because now, when you use the volume, when you use like AI and all this stuff, it's like realistically, you're just with an iPad, right? Or you're just
yeah,
like this, moving the screen however you want it, and
yeah,
you can be you can be in the mountains one day and then be in Tatooine within 3 seconds.
yeah. That's crazy.
Same thing for Superman. We did it for Superman. You know when he's flying, right?
Yeah,
And he does like a
yeah.
360. So
Yes. Yeah.
that was just in the volume, and
Okay.
we just build a rig for him,
Yep.
and same thing.
Oh, Bryant died again.
You know.
We're back. We're back. Um, I was gonna. Oh no, Bryant's died. Just wait.
Am I out?
Oh,
There we go.
there we go.
Yeah.
Can you still hear me?
Dude. So
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's insane, but
Yeah.
all these things and the way movies are being made now, and it's tough here in the States, bro.
Yeah.
It's tough, like a lot of productions did move overseas. A lot of
Yeah.
productions did move to a different state. They went to, but
Yeah.
it's because of the way the tax incentives, everything, bro. Like
Yeah.
it's mad. I was just looking at a story with the guy Drake. That's his name, Drake, the guy
Yeah.
from Drake Josh.
Oh
The
yeah.
way
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
way he was talking about the way he never got residuals and all this stuff. I'm like, fuck, dude. Like this is what
Yeah. That
they
deal
live
was
off
set
of.
up horribly. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, this is how actors, this is how they get paid. Again, like my boss, take a show like Friends, right? 24
Yeah.
episodes, one season. Every rerun, you watch it, people are getting paid.
Yeah.
Even though if you said one line or two lines, you get paid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or the actors, with the reruns, they get paid on Nickelodeon at night, or when you're in a hotel and you randomly put on a random thing and Friends pops up, right? 24
Yeah.
episodes, they get residuals, they get royalties and all this stuff. Now, a show like The Mandalorian, a show like that's 6 episodes, you're going from 24 episodes that are 24 minutes. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
shorter, but yet you're doing one episode that's an hour long, but you're only doing six.
Yeah.
Like you're cutting back.
Yeah.
And then most of these shows that get put on Netflix and get put on Disney and get put on all these streaming, some of them don't even like their contracts. Some of them don't even get paid residuals, bro.
Yeah. That's crazy.
It's sad. It's a sad thing, and a lot of these people are struggling. A lot of these behind the scenes kind of people, editors, even AI for animation and everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I was just talking. Who? Fuck, I forget his name. What's the guy that? Fuck, I can't believe I don't remember his name. But he came out in the last episode on the Mandalorian season 2. The guy who tried to kill Grogu, with
Oh,
the with the
Giancarlo.
with the black saber. What's his
Yeah.
name?
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon.
Yeah.
Dude, I met him the other day. He's working
Giancarlo.
on
Yeah.
yeah, he's working on a animation film that's gonna come out in 2027.
Oh, cool.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, hey, I remember you. He's like, yeah, he's like, we're trying to do this animation film. It takes a bit of time and all this
Yeah.
stuff. It's like, oh, cool, but
Yeah.
It's more like as in, dude, everyone is took a big hit after the pandemic here.
Yeah. Yeah. I just wanted to touch because I remember you're allowed to talk about like Obi-Wan, like the season
Yeah,
1. Yeah, season 1,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. They because I remember that was the first thing I saw a really good behind like a behind the scenes thing on the volume because you remember like that planet he goes to with Leia, that Dio, that real underground thing. I
Oh,
remember
it was like it looked like Japan or Hong Kong.
yeah.
Where were they
Yeah,
at?
yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
was the volume. That
But
was the
yeah.
volume.
But obviously at the start and at the end, like Tatooine features heavily. Do you know was that filmed in like was Tatooine for that done on the volume or did they go out to Tunisia and
No,
do that?
that was done in the volume.
Wow, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I mean, again, look, so it's like a practical set, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then around it is the volume.
Yeah.
So they'll use pieces of practical set, and
Yeah.
then they'll do the volume right behind it.
Yeah. So is the
But
volume like a fixed set, like that's specific to one I'm assuming it is because of the size
it's
and
a
that's
few of
just
them. It's a few
oh,
of them.
there's a few
Yeah,
volumes. Okay, cool.
it's a few of them. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's but most studios are starting to do them now.
Okay.
Most studios are starting. They
Yeah.
started to realize, even overseas in Australia,
I was gonna say,
even
are we getting one? Yeah.
in Canada. No, I think you guys do have one. I think it's
Oh, we
called.
do?
I need to look up the studio and I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, okay, cool.
There is in different states, bro. Everyone's doing them now, but it did
Mhm.
start here.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
did start here, but Obi-Wan, dude, yeah, all that stuff. It was literally filmed like from where I live, 10 minutes away from us. It's
So
insane,
cool.
bro. And it's funny because I was just there right earlier,
Yeah.
and then I was talking to one of the riggers. He's an older gentleman, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, "What the fuck? This is I'm not used to this, you know, like this big ass projector." Talking about the volume.
Yeah.
I was like, "Sir, that's the new technology." He's like, "Oh man, I miss, you know, when we used to do special effects by hand and all this stuff, and it made me
Yeah.
think." I'm like, "Fuck, dude." I was talking to him about it because I guess his buddy that's passed away now. He worked on the original Exorcist, you know, the
Wow.
movie back in the day,
Okay. Yeah.
and then he was telling me stories that his friend used to tell him that
Yeah.
the way special effects used to be back in the day. I was like, dude, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I look at the Exorcist now. Most people see it as a horror film that's demonic. I see
Yeah.
it as a masterpiece.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
That's
why?
what you look
Because
at it, yeah, through these different lens, yeah.
yeah, because think about it like this, Jesse. When I don't have you seen Exorcist?
No, I haven't. I've seen
Okay,
clips in that, but I haven't sat down and watched the movie, like,
okay.
from start to finish.
So there's this. If you ever watch it, there's this
Yeah.
scene where the actors are going up the stairs
Okay.
to the second floor,
Yeah.
and then the camera is following them up the
Yeah.
second floor, right from first floor to the second floor.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can grab a rig and just easily. Back
Yeah.
then, the way the guy was telling me is that they did they build the riggers build a chair for the cameraman, and then
Oh,
they were
wow.
holding them by the chains and they were just dragging them. I was like, dude, like the way stuff was made back in the day, it's a lot different, you know. Or
That's so cool.
when the little girl was being possessed on
Yeah.
on the bed,
Yeah.
the way the bed was shaking, it was literally people behind the wall just with riggers.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, to me, it's like it's a fucking masterpiece, bro.
Yeah.
I see movies different.
That's so cool. I'd love to look at it through, like, your eyes because that is so cool, and, like, you give us a bit of a glimpse of that, but, like, you would have so many and, like, even just your knowledge of working in the industry for, like, 10, 11 years, whatever.
Yeah, dude, it becomes like I said, it becomes insane. I think I remember. I think I told you or Gazer, but
Yeah.
I remember when I worked on the Batman, and then when they were cutting it on the cutting room, I
Yeah.
remember just sitting down and watching it with them
Yeah.
because I knew one of the editors. I watched it when it was 4 hours long.
Oh my god.
I watched it when it was 4 hours and 58 minutes long. I
Oh
saw it when it was
my god.
3 hours and 52 minutes. Dude, I saw it until it was fucking finally 3 hours long. I was
That's
like, oh fuck
insane.
this, I got enough of it. You know what I mean? No, it's kind of, in a way it's cool, but it kind of, in a way it's kind of, it sucks when you want to go see a movie in the theaters
Yeah. Yeah.
and you want to enjoy it
Yeah.
because you're already like this movie called Weapons. Have you seen Weapons or heard
No.
of Weapons?
Let me Google it. But anyway, keep telling the story. Let me
So
Google it.
I saw it like 6 7 months ago.
Oh,
You
okay.
know,
Yeah, no, it rings a bell now. It rings a
yeah, I
bell
saw it
now.
like 6 7 months ago, and then I want to go see it with my family like 2 weeks ago. I was like, oh, this is gonna
Yeah.
happen. They're like, dude, shut up. We don't want to know. I was like, okay, sorry. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it kind of like takes away and all this stuff, but I mean, it is fun, bro. It's fun dealing with that kind of
Yeah.
stuff behind the scenes. But yeah, man, I was just before I went to work this morning, off topic of Star Wars. We keep going
Yeah.
off topic,
No,
but
that's fine, dude.
my little sister she came to visit, and she was
Yeah.
like, "Hey, I want to go see The Conjuring and all this stuff." I was like, "Look,
Yeah.
I'll give you this story as well."
Yeah.
When we were working on The Conjuring 2, right?
Yep.
I was telling my sister, I was like, "Hey, when we're working on The Conjuring 2, the stages, big ass doors, we call them elephant doors. Why do we call them
Okay.
elephant doors? Is because they're big enough to bring an elephant, but we use them to bring in sets, right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's why we call them elephant doors, because they're big enough to bring in whatever you
Yeah.
want. And then the doors are probably, I'm off camera, but
Yeah.
they're this thick, man.
Yeah,
They're,
yeah, yeah.
they're really thick to soundproof while you're filming.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we're building the sets for The Conjuring 2. We build the houses in the little neighborhood of where
Yeah.
the story is going to be taking place. Behind behind the sets, we put a backdrop that's 80 feet tall all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
All right. So when you're putting a backdrop that's 80 feet high all the way to the ground, and then you're wrapping it 360 degrees,
That's
it becomes
crazy.
heavy, right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it's such thick material. Just keep in mind, the elephant doors were closed. The studio, I mean the stage doors were closed. The AC was really low.
Yeah.
Right before we start rolling cameras, the backdrop starts moving like 20 miles per hour.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
After that, that's when they started calling a priest and started coming and bless the stage like every day before shooting. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, man. That was
Holy.
that was pretty that's pretty creepy, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was one of the stories that sticks with me to this day. But dude, it's fun, man.
That's
But you
so
gotta, you
cool.
gotta, you gotta think about it like this, bro. These stages, these studios, they're over 100 years old.
Yeah. Seen some shit.
God knows what was there before the production. What was before the studio was made? What, and
Yeah.
who knows what it was,
Would have
right?
seen some shit. Yeah.
Exactly, or who's probably done some shit up in there. Who knows?
Mm,
But dude, these, I'm telling you, man. Dude, I can go on and on, bro.
yeah.
We can talk for like hours, and I can.
Oh, dude.
It's insane, bro.
I was gonna say back to weapons. I remember I know about it because it's got Julia Garner in it. I loved her in Ozark. Ozark is so good because after Ozark came out, she came out to Adelaide and did a movie here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. It's cool because that God, I forget his name, but the guy who plays Thanos.
Oh, Josh Brolin. Yeah, he's in it too, isn't
Yeah,
he?
dude,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
fucking nice, bro.
Cool.
He's a really sweet guy, and I remember because they were screening it at the studio, and he was there. I
Yeah.
was like, oh shit! I'm like, that's Thanos, you know.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
That's
cool,
so
but
sick.
I was like, and it's funny because when they were like having a press junket for
Hmm.
that movie, right next to them was I guess they were like promoting this. I don't even know what film it was, but it was Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro. I
Yeah.
don't know
Oh.
yeah, this is a film that they're doing,
Yeah.
but they
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
there too, bro. I was like, I'm like, what a small world, man.
Dude.
It's insane, dude, and the list goes on, man. It's same thing with Star Wars, same thing with like seeing Ewan in his full costume, seeing Hayden. Dude, they had this little cart. It was like a this little land speeder, right?
Oh, dude.
And they were just freaking. It was like, I think it was like electric, and you like freaking Hayden would get on and just take him around.
I
I
was
think
gonna.
Ahsoka was
Yeah.
on it. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude,
Because.
it was dope
Yeah.
seeing all that stuff.
Yeah, because they made like an Instagram account for the land speeder.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah. It was
yeah,
like
no,
electric. I think
yeah.
I forgot who built that shit, but it's somewhere.
Because you've got that photo of Ivano Shin like in it smoking a dart on one of her breaks of that.
Dude, it's crazy, man.
That's
And I
so
remember we're shooting off location. I mean, on location for the code name for Obi-Wan was Joshua Tree, right? We were filming out.
okay.
I forgot where the fuck we were at, but we were out in the desert. And dude, I
Yeah,
remember these days, bro, it's so hard to keep secrets when it comes to movies and shows and all this stuff
yeah,
because paparazzi and all this stuff, they're on
yeah,
it, bro.
yeah.
They're on it 100%. But dude, it's I think Obi-Wan was I only got to work on like 2 episodes of it, but
Okay.
dude, I remember that scene when it was at least on the stage it was like pitch black. They kind of dimmed it down, right? The
Yeah,
set. And then we built something like this whole freaking set with like dirt and everything. And I remember like the whole crew, we were just chilling. I was like, hey, you know what? It's time to wrap. You know, we got to
yeah,
go. You know, because at a certain time they release us because we have an early call time the next day.
yeah.
They're like, no, 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 just hang out, dude. It's gonna be worth it. It's gonna be worth it. Just hang out. I'm like, everybody's here. And dude,
Okay.
it was when fucking Vader was coming out. It
So
was the
is
first time I was like, holy shit.
so is that when you see him in episode 3 where he walks around the corner and
Right there.
Obi-Wan's
Yeah.
hiding and
Yeah.
he snaps the dad's
Yeah.
neck and the kid's neck and
I think it was that, like, again, that post that I posted, it was that panel, bro. It was like, I
yeah,
know that panel had to be somewhere in that episode. I
yeah,
just got to, like, photo match it. But I
yeah.
remember that freaking day, bro. It was insane, man, seeing him in full costume.
So it was because I know they had a couple like stunt doubles for Vader
Yeah.
if they needed a scene for more,
Yeah.
height for him. Was
Yeah.
it? But it was Hayden in the suit for him in episode
Walking.
3. There, that's
Yeah.
so sick.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
I did wonder because I remember the camera angle for that because obviously it shows like the shadow first and then it shows like the boots and works their
The
way up. But
boots. Yep.
'cause obviously Hayden's like not actual Vader height, but
No.
the camera angle they used for him there was like from like underneath him working your way up, so it sort of enhanced his height a bit. That I did
Yeah.
wonder that. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, and again, the sets may look massive, but
yeah,
no, they're fucking small.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
they're half of it could be the volume, like 80% of it could be the volume, like
yeah,
20% is stage
yeah,
or sets, you know.
yeah.
But dude, it's insane. You can literally build a whole freaking neighborhood in one sound stage.
That's insane, dude.
Or I'll give you this much,
Yeah,
and for Obi-Wan, you can do I don't know, you can do Tatooine on one side, and then you can do, where Vader's walking right next to it. But
yeah, yeah,
what's splitting it is a thin wall, you know.
yeah,
But you can't really. How do
yeah,
I say it? It's like a show like Friends again. You got the coffee shop, you got this, you got that. All that shit's together, bro.
yeah, yeah,
It just looks big on camera, but they're really
yeah.
small.
I was gonna say because with that, so obviously you stayed back that night and watched like Vader walk through.
Right.
Did they do the full scene of that where like he's choking everyone out and that, or did you just see him like walk through?
It was just him walking because
Yeah,
it was already a
yeah,
late night. You know,
yeah,
we had a wrap,
yeah,
but it was just him walking, and then the next day we picked up, boom, dude, it was insane, man. All this stuff that goes behind, and like everybody that worked like tirelessly, on
yeah,
these shows, and I'm like, dude, like, man, it just for me it's like, some fans may not like it, some fans will, but
yeah,
dude, then that's just like for us, it's more like as in, dude, we got to work together on this show. It's fucking awesome,
yeah.
you know.
Do you have because obviously you've been doing this for a while now? Do you have like a favorite set that you've ever worked on, or like a top 3 if it's too hard to pick? But like, is there one or a couple that sort of really stand out to you?
Favorite set, I would.
Mm. And it could be for different reasons, like you just enjoyed building it, or like what it meant to you, or you just enjoyed like the experience as a whole of working on
Well,
that film or movie or show or
I think there's when it comes to shit, there's three.
yeah.
There's three. So it was one of them was for the show Shameless.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
we couldn't film in Chicago.
Okay.
So we went. I'm not fucking with you. We literally went to a parking lot They rented out a parking lot in the
Yeah.
studio.
Yeah.
We fucking built the whole front of the house like it
Oh
was
wow.
in Chicago, and it was this thin, bro. It was a facade. I'll
Okay.
show you. I think I posted the pictures. I'll
I
send them to
it
you
it
so you can
does ring
see.
a bell. Yeah. Yeah. Send
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
we literally built a concrete sidewalk. We put fake grass. We made it look like we were in Chicago, but we
You
were in
did
the
put this
fucking
up recently. Yeah, I remember the
yeah
sidewalk and everything.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
we, we were in the studio,
That's so cool.
but from the shot, it looks like you're in Chicago.
So what happens then? You build it and then you do. They film
Tear
it.
it down.
You tear it down. Wow.
Sad.
Does
Another
many of the
one.
materials get, like, reused, or is it just scrap it all sort of thing?
Depending.
Yep.
Depending, right? Depending. So if it's a big budget movie, if it's a big budget film, they like to preserve it, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll get to preserving and archives in a
Yeah. Yeah.
bit,
Yeah.
you know. So all that stuff gets unfortunately once it goes up, it must come down, right?
Yeah.
So all that
Yeah.
stuff gets beat up,
Yeah.
shredded later.
Yeah.
On to the next. Another one was where we're in the back lot. It was they call it Hennessy Street, right? It's
Yeah.
known
Right.
for it's known for Batman. It's known for
Ooh.
iconic films.
Yeah.
Trashing it up, putting fake light posts, putting fake fire hydrants that only weigh 5 pounds,
Yeah.
putting benches that weigh 10 pounds, putting a bus stop, knowing a bus stop can't even come there,
Yeah.
putting graffiti on the wall, all for Spider-Man.
That's
You
so
know,
cool.
like dressing up, like all these sets are freaking dope, man. Like all this stuff, like practical sets, man. It's like the best thing, dude, because
Yeah.
you're not in that world,
Yeah.
but it makes you feel like you are.
That's so cool.
You know what I mean? It makes you feel.
Yeah.
I'm like, I look up, I'm like, holy shit! It feels like I'm in New York, but
Yeah.
I know I'm in sunny Burbank, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's stuff like that that keeps me
Yeah.
motivated. It keeps me happy. It keeps me grounded. It
Yeah.
keeps me like shit. This is cool. This guy is changing lights. This guy's doing graffiti on the wall. This guy's trashing up
Yeah.
like like the sets and all this stuff. And then I remember I was on my lunch break and I was talking to this girl. She does special effects, and
Yeah.
she's grabbing a shirt and it was white, and she's scraping it on the floor and she's putting dirt on it and she's grabbing water and she's going like this. I'm like, what are you doing? She's
Yeah.
like, oh, the scene is she's crossing, like she's going through a like this drastic scene and she has to climb under and she has to go through dirt. So, dude, as little detail as that, you get
I
me?
love that shit. I love
You get
that.
me? So it's stuff
Yeah.
like that fucking gets me, bro.
Yeah.
Another one would probably be Skeleton Crew. Like the
Okay.
spaceship when they were coming out, like where the kids. I forgot the name of that spaceship, bro.
Yeah, so
You know which one,
um,
right?
yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah,
We
yeah.
literally built. We literally built not the entire ship, but just like the entrance of it,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah, yeah,
from
yeah.
scrap. Like we literally built it from ground, and we built like there was like a little playground. There was like a little swing. There was
Yeah.
all this stuff that we put into it. And it's funny because you look around and, dude, there's like buildings right next to you. There's parking spots next to you, but right in front of you is like a little ship
Yeah.
that you build, dude. So it's stuff like that it like it's insane what a camera and some special features and special effects can do, bro.
Yeah.
But
That
that's probably like those have been one of my favorite too, But
yeah.
working in the volume, it's like to me, it's cool. But to me, it does take away a lot when you're doing practical.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah,
That's amazing. Have you I was
yeah,
gonna
bro.
say, yeah, I was gonna say, have you ever seen much about like Roger Christian?
You know what? I haven't. I've never met him.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say it would be so cool to hear you both talk at the same time, like hear about what it was like back then and hear about like what you
What's
guys do
what's
now.
now,
It'd be so cool.
dude? That'd
I'm
be
like
dope.
I'm fascinated with that because I'm planning on having him on soon because I've got his book right here. I've been reading his book,
Okay.
and dude, I want to get him on soon just to talk about like what it was like back then, what he did with Star Wars and everything. But it would be so cool to hear like both your points of view from like back then and then sort of
And
transition
now,
into now. It'd be so, I think
dude,
that'd be so cool.
and it's cool because even stuff now that I didn't get to talk to him, but I got to see Doug Chain, right?
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, I want next time I see him, I want to ask him first. I want to thank him for all he's everything he's done, right? But I
Yeah.
want to ask him what was it like during the prequels to now,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
because a lot of it has changed. A lot of it, they don't build molds, they don't build ships anymore, they don't build none of
Okay.
that stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, dang, dude. So it kind of takes away from like I love hearing these old school stories about Phil Tippett, about freaking
Yes.
about Lauren Peterson. I love hearing your
Yeah.
story because
Yeah.
it's like it boys and their toys, right?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
literally making stop motion and all this stuff. I'm like, God, this is so cool, bro. Because
Yeah.
you don't see that now, bro. You don't
No.
see model chops. You don't see none of that stuff. Imagine, bro, you wake up and you're like, oh shit, today I got to continue on the Death Star. Today I got to continue on the, the
Yeah.
AT-AT. I got to continue on this. Like, you're going to work for that, bro. And
That's
it
the
sucks
dream, dude.
because
That's so
now
cool.
it's like all that shit's digital, bro.
Mm.
And
Mm.
that is why I always love behind the scenes stuff because when I see Light and Magic, I look at that those stuff that they used to do back in the day, bro. It's
Yeah.
insane, man.
Well, I was going to say on that point, I don't know if you can actually say anything about this or not because it's about the Mando and Grogu movie. But in a certain trailer, there is an AT-AT, like a full size AT, and I
I
heard,
I, I
yeah, and I heard that they actually made a full scale AT-AT for that.
that's my boss worked on it. That's what
That's
he told
so
me.
cool.
Yeah, yeah, he worked on it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
that's
As
so
far as I
cool.
know, that's what he told me that they build that shit.
I don't know if you're allowed to say or not, but like, what happens to it after? Like when they're done with it? Do they?
As far as I know, something at that scale, bro. I don't
Yeah,
even know what would.
because that would be massive.
Yeah, where would you take that? It's not like
Like
you can drive. It's not like you can drive it on the freeway or
exactly.
put it in back of a pickup truck and take it to the
Yeah,
Lucasfilm archives, right?
it would be massive.
Yeah, but as far as I mean, who knows where this stuff goes, bro? It'll be sad if, and I haven't asked them, but it'll be
Yeah.
sad if there was actually one that they built that big,
Mm.
like if they would have broke it down. Or another thing, they could build it half scale and then do the rest again, bro. It literally takes half of this that you can
Yeah.
build, and then the other half is in the volume.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
You can do half of the set, and
Hmm.
then the rest is just picture.
Wow.
So who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I didn't get to work on that feature. I
Yep.
did get asked to if I wanted to hop on it, but I was already planned to do something else,
Yep.
so I didn't hop on it. But my boss said that he said it's fucking cool. It was cool.
That's so cool.
He said
That's
it was
so cool.
cool. But I
Um.
I, I didn't want to ask questions because I actually want to go see it. You know?
Yeah. I was gonna say, does like because with your job and that, does it sort of take away from the movie experience sometimes?
Yes, it
Yeah.
does. It does. It's just like there was this guy on Instagram. He was posting. He posted like the trailer of Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah.
And then I was like, I didn't. Well, I don't want to say it here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
kind of like made a comment on it, and then he's like, oh fuck. I was like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
but it does kind of take away um a lot of it actually. Like again with the whole, I go and that story will stick with me forever. It goes back to the whole Batman thing.
Yeah.
Like seeing it get cut, seeing it get made, seeing it, all this stuff. I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, the best part is working on it, bro. The
Yeah.
best part is it's the people, it's the cast and the crew.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, like for Obi-Wan and Ahsoka, bro, like you have Rosario Dawson in full costume while
Yeah.
we're eating crafty, but no one's really like, oh, everyone's like, fuck, we're hungry, we're this, but
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
they're interacting with you, even though they're in full costume, or sometimes depending on the weather, they give them like these coats so they can
Yeah.
hide the costume, right? But they're there chatting it up with you. You have Dave Filoni right next to you having, you know, just stuff like that. I'm like, God, this is cool, bro. But
That is so cool.
I will forever like stress it, like because of George, we're here, bro.
Mm. Yeah. Even
Because
for
of him.
me, because of George, I can edit my videos.
Yeah, and I tell that to, I think I mentioned it to Tony. I was like, dude, because of George, we're here.
Yeah.
Because of this, we're all here now. But we would never in a million years thought that it would come to this, right? Like, oh shit, like I get to, make content, make videos, make reaction
Mm,
videos, make unboxings, and that shit will get you views. It's like because of what he started, you get me?
yeah,
Because of what he started, luckily we get to work on these shows. And most of us, if you ask a lot of people that worked on these shows,
yeah,
most of them are fans, bro.
yeah,
And most of them, like myself, I don't really care if they pay me or not, bro,
yeah.
because I
You just
want
love
to
it.
be. I
Yeah,
just love that shit, like I love getting freaking free crew gifts
I
and
know. That's
free
so
freaking
cool.
shirt. I love getting stuff like that, like a freaking jacket that says Boba Fett or something like.
I
It,
know.
it to me, it's more like as in I'm a fan of it,
Mm,
whether people like it or not. You get me?
yeah, yeah,
Even if it's stuff that I don't like, because there's stuff that there has been brought out that I don't agree with.
yeah,
But I'm like, at the end of the day, it's just like, dude, it takes a lot of fucking man hours to do what we do.
yeah,
But it's fun, bro. It's fun, like doing stuff like that, like seeing people in full costume, seeing the guy that he's dressed up as a stormtrooper but doesn't have his helmet and he's fucking
yeah,
eating food,
yeah, yeah.
or seeing what's that guy's name? Paul, the older gentleman with the white beard. He comes out in Ahsoka.
Oh,
He's
uh,
really sweet, dude. I
uh,
think his name is Paul. I'm not quite sure.
the only one I can think of is it's not
They
Paul.
lit
I can think
Yeah,
of
they
Clancy.
literally
It's
made a
not
figure
Clancy.
of him.
Him. Sorry, I was thinking of Clancy Brown. Um, what's his name? Paul. Son. Yeah. What's his name? Paul Son Hyung Lee. Paul. Yeah.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah. Yeah.
the sweetest freaking guy. He was in costume because we were filming that Shadow Warrior episode, right? I think
Yeah.
that's
Where he's
when
the
he came
pilot.
out
Yeah.
when he's a pilot, and I'm like, he's like, hey, are you gonna go grab Crafty? They just brought this out. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go grab some food.
Yeah.
And dude, it's just Tamora Morrison when he was there, dude.
Yeah. He's a cool
You know,
dude. He's a
oh,
cool
dude, he's
dude.
fucking, dude, he's such a sweet guy. I
Yeah.
remember when he showed up to the Manhattan Beach Studios.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, in my eyes, I'm like, that's fucking Django Fett.
Yeah.
Even and I remember talking to him. He's like, oh, I'm so glad they brought me back. Like I get to play. Now I'm playing my. I forgot what the fuck he said, but
Yeah.
he says
It's
he's
something to
like,
say though. I 100% get that. Yeah.
yeah, he's like, I was once Jango Fett, but now I'm playing Boba Fett. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. I was like, let's do it, man. I was
Yeah.
like, let's get to work. But yeah, I remember working on Book of Boba Fett as well with him, dude. He was
Yeah.
such a nice guy. And like, again, a lot of people didn't agree with that show, and I get it. That's fine.
Yeah.
But to me, in my eyes, I was like, that's for me. That's Jango Fett, bro. That's
Yeah.
that. He got chopped up by the guy you're wearing on your shirt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So all this stuff and all these characters that they portrayed, and I get it. At the end of the day, to us, Anakin is like this. It's Anakin, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen himself, he's like
Yeah.
he thanks you for work,
That's beautiful.
tirelessly. The Tamora Morrison's like, hey, you know what? Let's go grab some food. They brought this. He's a big foodie guy, bro.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he's like, let's go grab this from Crafty. I was like, okay, dude,
Hell
awesome
yeah.
guy. Oh,
So cool.
dude, I think that's for me is like the best, one of the best experiences ever, bro. When the talent and the main actor, the main actress, or
Yeah.
whoever director, they tell you, hey, you know what? Such and such is on the menu today, but hey, I also brought a cart, specifically for you guys. They're gonna make coffee for you guys. They're
Oh,
gonna
that's
make
beautiful.
frappuccinos. We brought like an ice cream truck for you guys, dude.
That's so
It's
good.
it's dude, it's so cool, bro. Like stuff that goes behind the scenes that
Yeah.
I wish you guys can see.
Yeah.
And then I think I even mentioned it. I was like, dude, like we don't get interviewed. We don't get screen time. We don't get red carpet. We don't get the
Yeah.
special treatment that actors and influencers and
Yeah.
talent get, but we're the ones that are fucking
Putting in big
working,
hours.
putting
Yeah.
in the big ass hours for people's entertainment. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, like, yeah, it brings us food to our plate. I mean, food to our plate, but at the end of the day, whether if it did or didn't, bro, I think I'd still do it for free.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
much love I have for it.
That's so cool. You get to wake up and go do something you love every day.
Yeah, dude, and working on Ahsoka, dude, working on Ahsoka has been awesome, and working on season one is fucking insane,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say because you touched on the Shadow Warrior episode just then. I obviously like it's out now. I don't know how much you can actually say about it, but like, what was like? First of all, how many days was that episode to film? Do you like? Because obviously there would have been quite a bit of special effects and stuff, but
I
actually
remember, I
filming, yeah,
remember the call sheet. It was a couple of days, bro.
yeah,
It was a couple of days. Oh, granted, yeah, because I mean, a lot of the special effects that went down, but I remember that they built like this whole. So we built the rig, right?
yeah,
And then they put like a screen over it. So as
yeah,
the actors were walking, it seemed like they were like on top of like this platform, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then I think you can see that in that episode when Anakin's walking and
yeah,
when
yeah.
Ahsoka's walking, you can see them like leaving footprints,
Yes,
like
yes,
where, yeah. So
yeah,
stuff like that, bro. Like getting the right lighting, the lightsaber guy, the lightsaber tech that they were using, bro. It took about, I want to say like a week just for that scene,
okay,
like just so they can get it all together, bro.
yeah,
But dude, I remember like we're all quiet in there, bro. It
mm,
was like just soaking it all in. It's just
yeah,
like holy shit, like you get to see a character that was once drawn by the director coming to life, bro.
yeah,
And it was weird also like seeing them in the Clone Wars outfits
dude, that would have been
because
insane.
I remember just seeing that as the cartoon.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck. I was like, this is life right now. It looks weird seeing it because we're used to seeing it in cartoon.
yeah. Because I was gonna ask, yeah, like, what was the vibe like on set? Because I remember, like, obviously from a fan's point of view, it was weird because I remember that even going back to episode 4 where we see Anakin right at the end.
Yeah.
You've got, I remember they were doing, like, episode 5 was like the heavily rumored episode, like that's where everything's gonna go down. And so I didn't expect much with episode 4, but at the same time, so episodes for Ahsoka were coming out like 10:30 in the morning here on Wednesdays,
Right.
and they had this Disney special, like this 10-minute thing called Master and Apprentice coming out. But that was scheduled initially after episode 5, after like everything was meant to go down, sort of thing with Anakin.
Right. Right. Right.
I woke up at like 10 in the morning, I think, that morning, before episode 4 came out. And I saw a tweet, did not even think about it because I was half asleep when I read it. But the Master and Apprentice special had been moved to the Friday after episode 4 came out.
Yeah.
If I was awake and actually thought about it, I'd be like, oh, maybe something's going to happen in episode 4. And my reaction's one of my pinned posts on Instagram. But I remember like when Anakin, because me and my mate would be on like call at the same time watching the episode together. And I remember, yeah, when that happened, like Ahsoka wakes up, you see the sort of scene. Immediate, it's like, that's the world between worlds. And then you hear the snips, and then she turns around, Anakin's like, I lost my shit, man. Oh, Bryant just died. Bryant died. Brian got sick of me talking. Brian died. He'll be back. He'll be back. This is sick. I love talking to this man. I love talking to this man. He'll come back, or he'll message me and say he's dead. Oh, Brian died. Hopefully he comes back. Hopefully Bryant comes back, but we'll see. Ah, what? Ah, on my try. There he is.
You went. You went. You went into the world between worlds, bro.
Because on mine, you just disappeared. I was like, ah.
On mine, you were just like, I was like Jesse. I was like, guys, he'll be back. He went
Anyway,
into episode 4 and then he came back.
yeah, as we're talking about the world between worlds,
Yeah.
and but yeah, I remember like yeah, because and at the end, like obviously everyone just lost their shit at the end of episode 4. But then because we like had that little glimpse, I suppose, that little tease, and then going into episode 5, I remember waking up like just like Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning for episode 5 was genuinely
Yeah.
like Christmas Eve for me. Like
Yeah.
like I felt like a kid when you wake up on Christmas and you're waiting to open your presents.
You.
It
So
I would yeah, it was
I,
insane.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you for us how that went down.
Yeah.
We weren't told that he was coming out
So at what point did you find out? Like,
the day of.
oh my god, okay. So he's just rocked
So
up. You're
so
like, holy
so
shit.
no. So that's the thing about them.
Yeah.
They tell us, hey, Ahsoka's gonna be with a character, but they didn't say it was Anakin.
Okay.
They said it was such and such character. He's gonna come in.
Yeah.
They try to. They keep secrets in secrets,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So, um, I remember. I think, dude, we because we get a call sheet
Yeah.
of who's coming in. His name wasn't on it.
Okay.
You know, Rosario's name. A lot of people's name were on it, but
Yeah.
his name wasn't on it. And I remember going into set. They're like, hey, keep quiet. Rolling. And they start rolling. I was like, oh shit, okay, cool. And then, dude, when he came out, we're like,
Trying not to make noise behind the camera.
bro, we were like, it was once they yelled cut or once they held it, bro, we lost our shit.
Yeah, dude. And what was he like? Because obviously he's there and he can hear you guys. What's he like? Like he's just seeing all you guys lose your shit that he's there.
He he's a fan like we are, bro.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he I think he agrees to these cons. He agrees to meet and greets. He agrees to celebration
Yeah.
because he knows that there's love for him as this character, and I think he appreciates this character just as much as he loves playing it.
Good. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, dude, he was happy that day. I remember I was like, dude, it was insane. But they, as far as for us, bro, like you said, it was like Christmas morning for us, bro.
Yeah.
And I remember that day like it was yesterday because when it, and I think I remember that same shit happened during the Mandalorian, the season 2, the last episode.
I was gonna ask because
We didn't know about
yeah,
Luke
yeah, because I
because
was
they
yeah. No, sorry, keep going. Yeah,
they changed the names, they changed the character names,
yeah,
they have secrets within secrets again, right?
yeah,
So only the few 3 4 5 people know about Luke.
yeah.
Or during the editor room when they were editing and they were trying to like play this all out, apparently the editors didn't even know that freaking Luke was going to come back. They didn't know that Hayden was going to come back
That's insane.
because which is in a way it's a good thing, bro.
Because I'm just scrolling down my Instagram here because I was gonna say like, because were you aware that it was because I heard the lie they told was that it was Plo Koon. Is that what you were told as well?
Yeah, that
In your
uh-huh.
yeah.
I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, I remember that name. I was like, I was like, huh?
Yeah, because I was
That's
like, in your head as a fan, are you thinking I watched him die? Like, are they lying to me, or what are you thinking?
no, I thought the same thing. I was like, didn't he die?
Yeah,
I was
because
like,
yeah,
didn't his freaking his starship like hit on
yeah,
Order 66?
yeah,
And then I was like, there's no fucking way I can. But when when we're on set, and I remember building that like with my buddies, like when Luke comes in with the droids and shit,
yeah,
I was like, dude, this looks dope. when they start yelling rolling, I was like,
Yeah.
dude, fucking green lightsaber ignites. I was like, oh.
Well, did you? I was gonna say, did you see the hilt as well, or was that like
Yeah.
fairly hidden? Yeah.
Uh, I, look, I have my personal thoughts about hilts these days,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying it because of my buddy that worked on the
Yeah.
episode.
Well, yeah.
It has
I
nothing to
was
do
gonna
with that.
touch on this as well because they're
It
night
has
and day.
nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
It's just not the same.
No, it's not.
You
It's not.
you you. I'm not lying to you. I was my brother. He's like, hey, dude, I like your collection. He's like, can you give me one? I'm like, fuck no. You'll see what I'm going with this. I was like, I can
Yeah.
get you one. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
I like Luke's lightsaber. I was like, oh, cool. EFX has it, or sorry, well,
Yeah.
that company has it.
Yeah.
And I got to see reviews on YouTube,
Yeah.
and I noticed that inside the ignition it has the Neo Pixel boards because
Okay.
that's what they use on set. They
Yeah.
actually use like the neon pixel boards. I was like,
Yeah.
it just. I think even Hayden and Ewan mentioned it that lightsabers
Mm.
aren't what they used to be.
Yeah.
Because they look they look third party made,
Yeah.
and if they are third party made, I don't think that's a good idea.
No. No.
Because it takes away a lot from like the craft that they used to do in the earlier films, the craft that they used to, what Roger Christian did, what
Mm.
Thomas did,
Yeah.
what these guys did
Yeah.
compared to now. Because now, when Thomas and when Roger Christian did them, they weren't these third party companies. Neil Pixel, Sabers,
Yeah.
Theory Saber. None of these companies were around,
Yeah.
right? So now it's so easy to replicate a quote unquote hero lightsaber that you
Yeah.
can just any third party saber can look like one, but because they're using it on production, they're gonna say it's production used, it's production made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Because
that's
yeah,
how
I
I
was
feel
gonna.
about it. I
Yeah.
mean, and it has nothing. Again, it has nothing to do with whoever has the licensing now that's doing the replicas. It has nothing to do with whoever's doing it at the prop shop. It has nothing to do. It's just I've seen it in person. It's not the same, bro.
Yeah. I was gonna say even the acolyte like you've noticed it in shows beforehand, but the acolyte really highlighted those sabers were fucking thick.
Yeah,
They
yeah. They
were
look like
they were fat. They're like the Hasbro Disney ones. I've got 3 of them and I fuck it, dude. They suck. They suck. They suck so bad. But
dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, bro. I don't touch on that kind of shit. Whatever it is that they're pumping out, or whatever it is that they
Yeah.
want to bring out. It to me, it's like again, it's not because of my buddy, but dude, it like takes away from handcrafting one. It
Yeah.
takes away from like thinking of how one is crafted. It's like the way the craftsmanship is and the way
Mm,
these sabers are, bro. It changed a lot,
yeah. Yeah.
because when my buddy showed me one that they use on production back in the day, like the blade, it was like
Mm,
fiber tip, it was like carbon fiber in a way.
yeah.
So when they'll clash, they'll just make like this hard noise,
Yeah.
and then like the paint won't chip. None of that kind of stuff would happen
Yeah,
to it.
okay,
But
yeah.
nowadays, it's like when they were filming when little Ahsoka and Anakin were fighting,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
look like the actual they look like third party company sabers. I was like, oh.
Yeah. I was gonna
Yeah.
say, just touching on that because I know Nick Gillard mentioned, like, especially for more the stunt scenes with the lightsabers, and I saw it at Celebration because they had a prop used stunt one there at an auction stand. They
Yeah,
would they would take the like the ignition buttons and that they would swipe them off and just paint them flat. So yeah, do
yeah.
they
It's
still
like
do that these days or no?
mm-mm.
No,
No,
no. Because I say that would make it
no.
so much harder to do stunts than that.
Look, some of them do, like the stunt
Yeah.
sabers, but they're so God, dude. The way they do them now,
Mm,
it's more. Again, they look like third party saber. They look like an actual hilt.
yeah.
It's not like you can't wheel them the way they used to,
Yeah.
because back in the day, it was like a flat surface, right? Like it would
Yeah.
just be painted on.
Yeah.
And then when you'll get like a close up shot, then they'll use the hero
Yeah. Yeah.
version. But yeah, I mean, and all that stuff, like little details like that, that Nick said, that that Thomas has said, and all this
Yeah.
stuff that they used to use back in the day. Obviously, it's not the same the way that you do them now, but
Yeah.
even if an actor is the one, if the talent and actor is saying it on an interview
Yeah.
that they miss the way they used to be,
Yeah.
it should tell these major corporations and companies and shows that, hey, you know
Yeah.
what, get it together, kind of way,
Yeah.
like,
Put a bit of
or
craftsmanship and that back into it.
exactly something, because at the end of the day, it's like you want to make them happy as well, you know,
Exactly. Exactly. And it only adds to like the quality of the final product.
dude. It's for Revenge of the Sith and Episode 2.
Yeah.
They made a whole bunch of them, because
Mm.
my buddy was making them on a cart. He was making them,
Yeah.
like anytime they'll get a good smack, he said he'll just go on set, grab it, take off the ignition, pop it
Yeah.
out, and put a new blade. Whoop, here you go.
That's so cool.
Bam.
Yeah.
Go again. But now it's like, yeah, bro, I don't agree with it. But
Yeah.
you know,
Well, I was gonna say because in that Luke scene in Mando, like at the end of Mando season 2, I remember
yeah.
a guy on YouTube went through because obviously it's like it's a NeoPixel blade or whatever, but then they have to edit in like to make it glow even more. And
No,
there
no,
were a
no.
couple.
Well, I
Oh,
mean, yes, they do,
yeah,
but it's already ignited.
yeah. Because I remember there was a couple scenes in that Luke episode where this guy went through and he was picking apart where because there was a couple bits where they forgot to actually edit in like the extra glow effect on top of the actual ignition. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Whereas
And
if you
and
do, yeah, I was gonna say, whereas if you do it the old way, it's just like that blade bit. That's classed as CGI, isn't it? Like the blade, because yeah, you add
exactly,
that
bro.
in, yeah,
And then, I mean, I didn't. I've never held a recent lightsaber, the ones that they use
yeah,
now.
yeah,
I've seen them,
yeah,
but I can only imagine how heavy they are for like the actors. I
mm,
mean, granted, they're not fucking heavy, but
yeah,
compared to what they were used to, because the way they were back then, they were so light.
yeah. That's probably what. That's
You're
why they
able to
were
will
so
them.
yeah,
And then I don't. How do I explain it? So, a lightsaber back in the day, right? The top part of it
yeah,
was heavier than the bottom part because you get to wheel it. So,
yeah,
like the weight goes down on it, boom, and
yeah,
it's easier to turn.
yeah,
So even the smallest detail like that, it just
yeah,
all that stuff is it's cool because again, it's handcrafted. It's being made by whoever, even if it was Thomas or whoever it was back in the
yeah,
day. It just takes away from what it is now, and I'm pretty sure most of those guys that worked in the property department when George was around,
yeah,
they probably feel the same way, bro.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
Because obviously, like your master replicas, they're like a direct replica of what Thomas did.
you're right.
What's what's he sort of think of them? Has he like seen him be like, oh, like, that's really cool, like that's a direct one of one, or
Well, you want to, and here's the thing, and and I'll continue going back to master replicas forever for until the day I
yeah,
die, probably. But
yeah,
I'll go back to the whole Thomas thing that you're mentioning. I'm gonna use Phil Tippett as an example.
yep,
There's this thing on Vice on
yep,
YouTube, right? Have you heard of Vice?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Okay, so they're interviewing Phil Tippett,
yeah. Okay, yeah,
and he's at the Tippett Studios,
yeah,
right? Because he made his own studios.
yeah,
He's all like, "This is an original This is an original mold and scan of the original that we use." And he has
yeah.
an AT-AT.
Oh,
It's a master replica.
okay, yep,
So if someone as Phil Tippett
yeah,
literally has it in his collection,
yeah. That's all
should
you
tell
need.
you, like, as in,
Yeah,
hey, this is as close as you're gonna get to the original one that I made for George, right?
yeah, yeah,
He's like, so I have, and he proudly said it. And then if you pause it, you can see the plaques, his master replicas. I was like, holy shit. Same
yeah,
thing for Thomas. Most of them that I have come from him.
yeah. Okay,
So because he says, I'm getting older, my son is not really into it.
yeah,
Um, I need to get rid of them. I said, okay, I'll take them. I'll start
yeah,
buying them little by little. He
yeah.
said, like, this is as close as you're gonna get to the ones we used to build.
That's so cool.
So that's why. I think even 20 years later that they've been made, it's like, like shit, they hold up their value,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it's crazy. Like, think about it like this, bro. You were born 2000, two thousand
Yeah.
two was when the first one came out. You
Mm.
were 2 years old when this shit's
I
already
was,
getting
yeah.
crafted, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's insane.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't think 20 plus years ago they'll be handcrafting these kind of
Yeah.
lightsabers. But it to me, it's not about the price. It's not about how expensive. It's not about the elegant look that or the museum style look that they have. It's
Yeah.
more of the attachment that comes with it
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
of I know who the fuck made them
Yeah. See,
originally
that's
made them.
you've got that extra personal connection too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know who made this shit, like the
Yeah.
original. These are just scans of what he made, and it's
Yeah.
so cool because now I get to remember that or remember him when he retires or when once he's done, once he
Yeah.
hangs it up. I'm like, holy shit! Like this is part of what he made, and I get to
Yeah.
have a piece of it.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So it's weird how it all started for me back in the day when I was like 9 years old or eight
Yeah.
years old when I
Yeah.
first found out about master replicas. And I remember like I was working with my brother on the weekend, for making $10 a day.
Yeah.
So it took me forever to earn $100.
Yeah.
And then I remember I earned my $100. I gave him the money. Back in the day, you used to use your actual physical debit or credit card, and you used to type
Yeah.
it in and all this shit. And
Yeah.
I remember going. He ordered it on Target. He's like, "Are you sure this is the one you want?" And I was like, "Dude, yeah, yeah, yeah. Click on it. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one." Dude, when he purchased it, I was so happy. And then like a couple of days later, I get home and my mom's like, "Oh, look, there's a packet on the doorstep." Dude,
Yeah.
I fucking jump out. Dude, it's funny how vivid I remember this, but I
Yeah.
don't remember most of my life. But
Yeah.
it's funny how I remember jumping out of the car and I ran to the front porch.
Yeah.
And in that porch was a box from Target.
Mhm.
It's like, fuck, this box is small.
Yeah.
I fucking open it. It's the fucking .45 scale version. I was like, oh shit. I was like, $100, huh? I was like, all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I was like, cool, But ever since then, from then to now knowing Thomas and now knowing the story behind all these replica sabers,
Yeah.
now it holds a bigger, stronger connection.
Yeah. For sure.
And so that's what I'm like, dude, I don't care about how much they cost. I don't care if they're worth thousands or if people think like, oh, this guy has money. No, fuck that.
Yeah.
To me, it's more like as in the story behind that company, bro. I
Yeah.
wish, I wish, I wish growing. I mean, back when you were born in 2000 to 2002, 2003, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Once
Yeah.
Master Replicas was wrapped and they
Yeah.
lost the license, dude, I remember going into the mall right here down the street, and there was an antique store. Like they would sell nothing but like swords,
Yeah. Okay.
like Japanese fucking swords, all this
Yeah.
stuff. And they had a few Master Replicas. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, and the way they were displayed, the way I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, bro, like I need this. I need this. This is I want that, dad. Can't afford it. I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, but now working behind the scenes and seeing how props are made, seeing, like the way my buddy did them and all this stuff,
Yeah.
now it just holds even more of a value to me. Like you can offer me five, 1,000, I won't sell them, bro.
Yeah.
I won't sell them. And it's not about the money, bro. To me, it's not like if you give me $1,000 for a lightsaber, I could blow that $1,000 in fucking 5 minutes.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
It holds
Comes and
no
goes.
value, man.
Yeah.
Money holds no value for me, bro, when it comes to collectibles. And
Yeah.
that's another thing I've always wanted to touch. Like when it comes to Star Wars collectors, like we're a lot different than people that collect other things,
Yeah.
that collect comic books, that collect this, and they're just doing it for the value of it. Like
Yeah.
us, it's like you probably have a slave one that you had an attachment to when you were a kid. You probably
Yeah.
had those. Remember those thick ass lightsabers with the ones that come out in pieces, the ones
Dude,
that fucking are hard
that's my
plastic.
yeah, dude, that's like peak childhood. I would have a ton of them sitting in a container out in the shed somewhere.
I remember seeing a post on Instagram. It was some guy. He was like, dude, I remember having this lightsaber as a kid, and it's the
Yeah.
exact same one. And he got to take a picture with Hayden, and he had it on his belt. I was
So
like,
cool.
dude, that's fucking cool, bro. Like
Yeah.
the stories like that, bro. Like it
Yeah.
gets me all the time because marketing back in the day when we were me and you were
Yeah.
kids, it was like marketing was marketing towards the kids.
Yeah.
It was marketing towards us. It was marketing like for the fans because of the fans, and that's
Yeah.
it, bro. Like you would walk to fucking Pizza Hut and it was dressed up as episode one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You would walk into the grocery store and in the soda section was fucking Mountain Dew, was Pepsi.
Yeah.
You know, you would Taco Bell. The list goes on and on, bro. Toys
Yeah.
R Us, baby toys. God, dude, it's just it was such a time to be alive, bro. That I only, unfortunately, like, granted, lucky to be alive, but only memories of that shit just sticks with
Yeah.
me these days, and it sucks
Yeah.
because kids these days won't ever experience something that like this, bro.
No.
And it's sad because the way, again, I go back to movies. If you put a movie like Star Wars Episode One that was released in 1999 or uh, Revenge of the Sith on 2005, that
Yeah.
was in theaters for so long,
Yeah.
right? I was talking to Steven Spielberg. He was telling me, "Hey,
I love how you just say that so casually. Yeah, I was just talking to Steven Spielberg.
yeah." I was talking to Steven Spielberg, right? He was like, God, kid, you know, what's it like for you to work on these studios? I was like, you know what, I love it. I was like, get to meet good people.
Yeah.
I have a good team. I get to eat good food. I get to work on stuff like that. And not to mention, you're next to me.
Yeah.
You know. And then
Yeah.
he started laughing. He's like, well, let me tell you something. Back in my day, when my movie E.T. came out, it was in
Yeah.
theaters for a year and a half. I was like,
Oh,
I
what?
was driving him. I was like, what the hell? I was like, a year and a half? He's all like, it was in theaters for a year and a half, kid.
What?
I'm like, that's insane.
That's
He's
unheard
all
of. What?
he's all like, look at it now. Take a movie like, and he didn't say this. I'm saying it. He said
Yeah.
this. I mean, I said this. Superman came out. It was only in theaters for what, a month,
Yeah.
and now it's on streaming.
Yeah.
He's all
Yeah.
like, he's all like, the streaming services killed this.
Yeah.
I remember when my movies when came out. He's like George's movie when he said when what movie he said American Graffiti came out. It was
Yeah.
in theaters
Yeah.
for a year.
Oh,
He's
wow.
all, he's all
Okay.
like now movies don't even last 30 days from its theatrical run.
Mm,
I was like,
that's
that's
crazy.
Steven Spielberg, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, like, even for me, like, the cinema experience is still so special for me because I remember what it was like as a kid. Like, back as a kid, it was a treat to go, like, it was a thing you do on the school holidays or something like that. Like, I loved going to the movies. And I still
Yeah,
do. But yeah, like, it was such a big thing back in the day.
it was. Remember when I mean, I remember this, but Thursday they used to release it at midnight
Okay. Yeah.
for the Friday release.
Yeah.
It's now and now these days you get to watch theaters. I mean, movies starting Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's
Yeah.
like you don't. I mean, and it's only in theaters for like 30
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
and it kind of takes away that connection when you used to go to the theaters because theaters are around because of movies. They're around because of fans. They're around
Yeah.
because of merchandising and all this stuff. Is like you're taking away all that stuff. But I think they're starting to realize is that now that us millennials are older,
Hmm.
we're the ones going to the theater. So that's why they're bringing out cups. That's why they're bringing out popcorn
Yeah.
buckets. That's why they're bringing
Yeah.
out for marketing, right?
Yeah.
So it's a
Yeah.
good way to market it. But I just wish that I don't know what contract they have with streaming services that after 30 days it has to be on a streaming service. I think
Yeah.
it's killing it.
For
And
sure.
for Steven Spielberg to say that, I'm like, shit, he's right.
Yeah.
And I think he pulled out, and George and Francis Ford Coppola and those guys, I think they pulled out at the right time because there's this interview back in 2007 or 2008 where they, quote unquote, I say they predicted that the industry was going to take a big hit due to
Yeah.
streaming services.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
like this is, they knew where it was going.
Yeah.
But it just sucks that it just, it takes away that interaction when you were a kid,
Yeah.
like from going to Toys R Us, having the
Mm.
toys of Darth Maul to seeing Darth Maul on the big screen,
Yeah.
And that's another guy I want to touch on is Ray Park because he's
Yeah.
such a sweet guy, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got to meet him a few times. I
Sweet.
remember I was going to work, right, and I was
Mm.
crossing the I was going into Warner Brothers,
Yep.
and I was crossing from the parking lot into the studio, and I see a guy riding a bike, fucking big ass headphones.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fucking Ray Park. I was like, holy shit, that's fucking Darth Maul.
That's so cool.
I was like, that's fucking awesome. So, couple months later pass, I go ahead and finally get a. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. Show it to
I get
us.
a Darth
Oh,
Maul tattoo, right?
that's beautiful. That's
Yeah,
sick.
so I
Yeah.
get a Darth Maul tattoo, and my hand is still wrapped in the plastic and shit.
Yep.
And I'm going through the airport, and fucking Ray Park is like right next to me.
Oh.
I was like, bro, check this, dude. I didn't even stop. I was like, bro, check this out. He's like, no way. He's like, you just got that. I was like, yeah, because it's still wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
I was like, now that I have you here,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like, I work in the film industry. I was going into work, and I
Yeah.
saw you bike riding. He's like, oh yeah, I do that every morning.
Yeah. Cool.
I was like, no, cool, man. And then the same thing, when I got to meet him at a con in LA,
Yeah.
he looked at me. He's like, you're the guy with the tattoo. He's like, I have you on. He said it himself. He's like, I have you on my Instagram, and he
That's
does.
so cool.
He has a post, and then I'm like on his Instagram. I'm like, oh yeah, that's me. He's like, you're the guy that works at the studio. So I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, here, get my number down. I was
Oh,
like,
that's
oh.
beautiful.
I was like, dude, I'm like, let's go have lunch. He's like, I would love to. I was like, I still have yet to meet up with him. Hopefully, I get to
That's
do that
so
soon
cool.
one day. Yeah, dude, he's such a sweet guy, man.
That's beautiful, man. That's so cool.
Despite of like all the stuff that's being heard and all this stuff, like him,
Yeah.
like cancer. Yeah, I get it. It's part of life, but
Yeah.
such a sweet guy, man.
He's a good person. That's all that matters.
Yeah, dude.
That's
He's
so
awesome,
sweet.
man.
All right. Well, we've been live for like 2 hours. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, tell you, bro. I could continue talking, but yeah, bro.
Dude, I could continue listening.
Yeah, man.
Well, I think that's a beautiful spot to wrap up with the stream. We can stay on in the background after for a bit. But thank you so much for everyone coming in. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Nerd. Thank you, Genobi. Thank you, Galactic Cantina. It is so beautiful hearing all the stories, Bryant. You're like the liaison for us, like for us fans and behind the scenes shit, and it gives us.
Like, I mean, at the end of the day, bro.
Yeah, it gives us a much better appreciation, dude. Like,
I'm a fan just as much as you are, bro.
Yeah.
So when you think of all this stuff that's being made and all this shit, just remember that there's hardworking people, busting their ass for it,
For sure. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not. We're not doing. I mean, yeah, we're doing it to get paid, but we're doing it because it's the love for it, bro.
Yeah, you guys love it. Yeah. No, well, we appreciate everything you do, everything you're doing, everything you continue to do. It means well because it brings moments that give us pure joy to life. And
really bro, 100%, man.
Yeah, no, we really appreciate it. So, thank you for joining me. And until next time, we'll be live. Me and Jeremy will be live tomorrow for Mando Mating episode 5. Episode 5. We're talking about.
If it's possible, shit, shoot me the link. I might pop up for like 5 minutes or 2.
We'll pop it because actually the topic for tomorrow is concept art. We're counting. We're doing our top 5 pieces of concept art each. And so it was funny. It was funny because you brought up Doug Chang. I'm going through the Star Wars archives at the moment, dude. Some of his concept art ridiculous, so good.
Yeah, it's insane, bro.
Yeah, no, dude. I'll shoot you the link if you want to jump in, dude. We'd love to have you.
I'll jump in for like 5 minutes and then I'll just
jump